G'day mates, how's it going? I'm back. Uh, oh, we want this one. Oh, I never turned the game on. Well, that would probably help, wouldn't it? Right, it was like white clouds and kind of like clear sky until about a minute ago. Now it's like all black out there. And so it begins, you know it. I'm probably only gonna react to one. Wait, how long is it? 40? Oh, okay. We might react to two. And then I'm probably gonna... No, come back! You son of a bitch. We're resetting. I want to check that guy. God damn it. Okay, I got headphones. Okay, we're only gonna react to two of them because I haven't slept yet. I'm very tired. Why is it so quiet? Oh, that could be why. That makes sense. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Before anything, we're gonna quickly run and get that Trubbish. Come here. Gotta run from me. Accept your fate. Wasn't shiny anyway. Okay, we're gonna turn that off. Is this right? Wait, hold on. It's not right. Now it is. There we go. I didn't like the video? What? I liked all the Christian videos. Why is it telling me it's not liked? I feel betrayed. Okay. Okay, let's go. Boom. And so it begins. Oh my god.
Gentlemen, girls and boys.
Holy loudness. Jesus. What's the volume on YouTube? Oh, it's maxed. That's why. Bro, I just blew my eardrums out. Holy crap.
Boys and dudes of all teenagers as well.
Is that loud enough for you guys? You're a false fan? I'm not a false fan, don't blame me. I think he had to re-upload like all of them. Because I'm pretty certain at one point this channel went down. Or something. Something happened. I remember the channel I was watching them on went down. So I'm thinking maybe that's why they're all unliked now. I'm assuming they're all unliked. Wait. Yeah, they are. And I go out of my way to anything that I've watched and finished and I liked it, I will like it. Especially if I'm going to continue watching the series. There it is. I need this. There we go. So yeah, I don't think it was me. I think something else happened. Because I definitely would have liked them. Especially since I've watched them like 3-4 times now. Okay, let's start it. Bro, that was... Is it loud enough for you, Benny?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys.
Loud
and
enough?
dudes of all teenagers as well as the gals. My name is Christian Chandler. I am here, and y'all are there.
Christian.
Y'all are here, and I'm there.
Arguably the most documented person in history. His antics have been witnessed by millions.
What a weird
Many
shirt.
always keeping a close eye on him,
A little bit quiet.
waiting to see what he does next.
What if I do this? Wait, I can't put it on 15. I can only put it on 15.2. That makes me mad. Okay, what about this?
All you do is make me feel sad and depressed.
Bro, I miss this
He
music.
should love his mother. She misses him.
I do love Mother. Calm down,
Hello.
Chris.
We're live on the internet. What do you want? Mom, hello. I love the women. Outside.
Don't we all?
Do not hate. Hate is not so good.
Is the... Did he just fart? What was that? There was like a pop noise, and then I heard him go, ugh. Did he fart? Also, there's like little bits of like crispiness here and there. I don't think that's me. I think that's just the fact that the audio is on Chris's end is bad. Bro, he looks like Shrek here. Bro, I paused it at the perfect time. Look, it's live action Shrek. He's got his nose and everything. Holy crap. Yeah, it sounds good now, Benny. Bro.
I want everything about my house.
Forgot that he destroys his PlayStation.
Don't call anybody.
What? I'm asked to shake. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, whatever.
Wait, what? Bro, I think I'm too tired for this. Did he say he's Master Shake?
What made him this way? What is the attraction?
I don't know.
What keeps us fascinated?
You?
This is the story
What?
of Christian.
Hey, what keeps us attracted? You, Gino. If you didn't make these videos, people wouldn't still be attracted, I don't think. It's wholesome, Danny, that you are watching a documentary of yourself. I know. We need to get all the lore. That's why. But am I wrong? He's what keeps us attracted. If you didn't make 85... 85? Yeah, if you did make 85 parts. Like, what? We need to go back and listen to that again. That was awesome. It's been a while since I've heard it.
What made him this way?
Genetics.
What is the attraction?
You.
What keeps us fascinated?
Also you.
This is the story of Christian.
Well, for me, anyway. Bro, I love it. I love that music, and I love the intro. I miss it. I'm glad we get to listen to it again. Part 1. So it
Christopher
begins.
Weston Chandler was born on February 24th, 1982, in Charlottesville, Virginia, to parents Bob.
Is that really Chris? Bro, I thought the earliest picture we had was like as a child, not a baby. To be honest, I had a brain aneurysm when what made him this way turned into what made her this way. No, you know what fucked me up? Because he kept it afterwards too. Did you watch the April Fool's Day? Where he pretends that like Chris is normal? Or like became normal? Watch that one? because the intro for that one is all like glitchy, right? And I remember when I clicked on it to watch it, I was like, "Whoa, what is going on? Why is it all like? Why is the intro weird?" And then I watched the video, and I was like, "What?" And I was like, what is happening?" And then I think at the end he was like, and then he lived his life like happy till this day or something like that. It ends. I was like, no, he didn't. What? The mother thing hasn't happened. What? And it confused the shit out of me, right? And then the next, like, oh, that's right. And then I watched his live stream because he was doing live streams at that point, and he said it was an April Fool's joke or whatever. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because yeah, it confused the shit out of me. And then after that, he kept the glitchy intro. I was like, I don't like it. So when we get to that point, you'll say it. I don't like the glitchy intro. I like this intro. But yeah, I didn't know we had pictures of like Chris as a baby. I thought the earliest picture we had was him like as a tiny child.
Bob, aged 54, and Barbara, 40. Bob had worked in the engineering field for Western Electric and later General Electric. The family held Bob's life accomplishments very proudly, as he had at least 7 patents to his name,
Bob
including
used to be a
mechanisms
good-looking woman.
used in the production of Kleenex and molding of plastic water containers. Bob was very world-conscious and was an avid collector of stamps.
What is a plastic water container? Is that a water bottle? Plastic water container. Oh, it's like the bigger water bottles. It's like the bigger ones, I guess, because that's what came up. Okay, because I heard that and I was like, that's a water bottle. Like when you hear plastic water container, that your brain just straight away goes to water bottle, right? Like that's not just me. Okay, so you made like big water bottles. So wait, Bob is the inventor of the big water bottle?
Since a very young age. Later in life, he developed a love for
Yeah,
music.
look at Bob. She
Especially
wasn't a
foreign
bad-looking
music.
lady.
He eventually amassed a collection of over 10,000 vinyl records. He had a son and daughter
Sad what
from a
happens to her
previous
later.
marriage, the relationships with whom were strained to say the least.
You know
Barbara
what's-
was the secretary.
You know what's interesting? So we hear about Bob's son, right? Cole, a lot through this whole thing. But like this is the only time we hear about Bob's other kids, right? Like they're never named. They're never like, God damn it, Chris never like reaches out to them or anything, or says anything, right? Cole is Bob, and not Bob's son. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. We hear about Bob's son, Cole, but we don't really hear about Bob's kids. Unless, wait, the dentist. What was the dentist again? That he went and saw? Was that Bob's son? I remember the dentist was related to him in some way. I'm too tired to think. Cause yeah, I don't remember hearing about his sister at all. Like this is the only point.
With Virginia Power. She had a habit of hoarding her belongings and was an emotionally abusive person.
That
which
implies that
convinced
she
her
got
then 17-year-old
got through it
son,
and
Cole
stopped doing
Smithy, to seek independence
she
and
has.
live life on his own. So when Chris came along, Bob and Barb got a chance to start anew. The new family started their new life in their humble Ruckersville home.
But how fucked up Chris is, right? You can kind of like, how do I explain this? It makes sense why Cole doesn't want anything to do with Bob, right? and why we don't really see Bob's other kids having anything to do with Bob. Really? If this is the way Chris turned out from them raising him, how, like, what did they do to the other ones? You know what I mean? Because normally you fuck up on the first kids, not the last one, right? Which implies they fucked up on all their kids, right? Ooh, don't touch me. Bro, I keep getting growlers.
Chris later claimed that at around 2 months of age, he uttered his first word,
Is that even
monkey.
possible? I don't even think that's possible, right? Earliest age to speak first words. $12 months. Babies typically start saying their first words around 12 months of age. Oh, okay. I thought it was around 3. Because I think that's around the age my nephew started speaking. Like 2.5, 3. But what did he say? Did he say 2 months? Wait, hold on. Ah, fuck, I closed it. I tried to open it back up again and I closed it. I blame you, Benny. It's all your fault. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I just need to redo this. Did he say 2 months, by the way? That one. Boom. I fixed it. I'm a genius.
Monkey claimed that at around 2 months of age, he uttered his
Yeah. You gotta bear with me, right? I haven't slept. So, my brain is working at 100%. But yeah, like, I think it was like 2.5, 3 was when my nephew spoke. I think he said dad? I think. Instead of mom? I think. I'm not 100%. But yeah, typically it's 12 months. So him to say that he spoke it 2 months, and then, you know, like, to this day he still can't speak properly, is like, it's a little bit like, yeah, okay, buddy. G'day, Benny. How's it going? Hey, Benny, look, it's Benny.
his first word, monkey. It didn't take long for the
Watching
parents to see
Christian.
that Chris wasn't quite like most
How's
other
your day,
babies.
Benny? Good, bad?
The first signs
Creamy?
of his
Crunchy?
autism could be witnessed in 1983. Despite his condition being congenital, he had stated that his autism was brought about by one particularly traumatic
does
event
congenital
when he
mean,
was
like,
18 months old.
From birth?
A babysitter named Roach, or Roach,
Damn great.
would look after
That's
baby
good.
Christopher whenever his parents would go out in the evenings.
Chris was a
One of these nights,
good
Chris
looking kid.
inadvertently infuriated her,
He looks normal.
and she locked him in a room filled with toys, in the dark, alone. This would prove so traumatic that he refused to speak.
So does congenital mean, like, from birth? Or, like, not from birth, but like from parents? Right? Because like that's what his autism is, right? It was from the fact that his parents were, like, really old. But he's saying that he got it. Wait, is that even possible? Wait, hold on. Can you get autism from trauma? No, there is no evidence that trauma causes autism. Okay. So then it's just wrong. Wait, is Chris wrong about everything in his entire life? I feel like he is, right? Oh, and the other thing too is, like, he says things like he's how do I explain this? he says like, I'm never gonna buy a PlayStation. Oh no, not PlayStation, Xbox. I'm never gonna buy a Xbox because he likes PlayStation and Nintendo and all that, right? But then later in life he gets one.
For the next 6
I think he
years.
goes back on everything
Even
he
though
says
he sees
too.
this event as the source of all his troubles, he does not blame his parents for keeping Roach as his babysitter, for they did not know better. Despite living out his childhood as a mute, Chris was anything.
Wait, they didn't know better. They're adults. What are you talking about? They're the ones that should know better.
But quiet. He confessed later on
Fair
in
enough.
life that he screeched often and was very troublesome to his parents.
Wait, he was the
In 1980,
bro. Chris was the original Re-Kid? Chris invented everything. He was the OG, like, Let's Player. He invented autism. He invented Re-Kid. Bro,
1985, the Hammer household moved into the
he
neighborhood.
invented everything.
The Hammers and the Chandlers struck up a cordial
Chris is the
relationship,
origin of life.
which led to Chris forming a bond with the Hammer's daughter, Sarah. Looking back, Chris considered her to be his closest childhood friend.
Wait, how old were they? Why is he giving her titties? Are they children? He's patient zero? Yeah, exactly.
And that she greatly helped him with his autism. However, from what is known of their relationship, it is also likely
Yeah,
that
look, they're like children. Why is he giving her titties? Is he just doing that because adult women have titties? Strange. Oh, is that like his way of showing that she's a girl? I'm confused.
that she took advantage of Chris's innocence
'Cause
and
normally,
trust,
like-
and may be seen more as a bully.
Normally kids just draw what they see. They don't typically add, right? So that confuses
than
me.
a friend. For example, she once told him that Casper the Friendly Ghost was hiding under her house.
Oh yeah.
Naturally, Chris
The
crawled
OG
into
troll.
the Hammer's crawl space to find him, only to find spiderwebs, bugs, and dirt
Sarah
instead.
Hammer,
Sarah
original
locked him
troll.
in. After about half an hour, her dad came to his rescue.
Except
On another occasion,
the only difference is she wasn't a pussy, and she trolled him IRL. Whereas all these other pussies do it online.
she told Chris
Under
that if he were
aliases.
to eat the upper thing of a honeysuckle, it would taste like honey. This is a reference to the berries of a honeysuckle, which can be slightly
But it doesn't,
harmful
though.
if ingested in large doses. Fortunately,
Yeah.
their parents told them of the dangers of doing so before Christopher could fulfill
You know what
Sarah's
does taste
wish.
like honey though? I can't remember what they're called. We used to just call them honey ants. Hold on. Honey ants. Yeah. They're called honeypot ants. So we have these ants over here called honeypot ant. But we just call them honey ants. And they go and find like beehives and stuff and get honey. But I think they also get the honey from like flowers like bees as well. And if you eat their butts, it literally tastes like honey. So when we were kids, we used to just do that. Just find these ants and pick them up and eat their butts. Which, like, saying that now sounds really gross. But, you know, kids are stupid.
At the age of 5, Chris began studying at Greene County Primary School together with Sarah. It is not known how he was treated here
Is he
or
eating
how
a
he got
pen?
along with the other kids. In addition to taking regular classes at the primary school, he received language training at James
normal Aussie
Madison
snack, pretty much.
University. In 1987, in a lengthy letter addressed to Chris, dated December 26th,
Yeah, when I was
Bob
young,
offered his outlook on
we didn't really have gaming consoles and stuff. So it was like, go eat these ants and play with, we call them skinks. Skinks. It's a lizard. Yeah. Here you go. I'll show you the ants too. Oh, bro, I'm way too tired to do this. There it is. So that's my head. There you go. So these lizards. Okay, images. Yeah, look at them. Look at these little guys. They're great. We don't have these fancy ones. We have these ones. These bigger ones. But most of the time they just look like this. You pick them up, you play with them. Then sometimes you'd bring them home, have them as pets for a while. Until, you know, your parents are like, hey, we can't take care of this. It's too small. Because they eat like tiny little bugs and stuff. And then these are the honey ants. Honey pot ants. Look at this. They just bite their butts off. Nom, 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 nom. Delicious snack. You want to know like how Australians are so tough? That's how. When we go out when we're young, we play with snakes and lizards and stuff and spiders when we're real young, and we eat ants.
On life and presented some life advice for his son. There are many sides to a mountain and many ways to climb it. If you get stopped, back off.
I feel like the eating
regroup,
ants thing
and
was
try
normal.
another way.
I feel like that happens
If
all
you
over
are
the
still
world.
not successful,
It's just
maybe
that we
it
have
was not
ants that
meant
taste
to
like
be.
honey.
If it is meant to be, having it on the back burner simmering for a while is not bad. It will pop up again, and the way to attain it will be there. Everything in its time.
I should drink some more of this
Your mother
energy
and I
drink.
have done our best for you, and in return, we expect at least that from you, for yourself and your children.
Oh,
He also
bro.
expressed wishes for his son to inherit and hold dearly
Oh, bro. This letter's so sad.
his vast collection of music, movies, stamps, and art prints. He reminisced about the straight razor which he inherited from his grandfather, which he carelessly broke while using it as a screwdriver. Bob still held on to that broken
Good luck
razor
getting
his
the
entire
shiny
life
Pokemon.
because his
I
grandfather
don't need
wanted
luck.
him to have it. Bob hoped that Chris
I'm
would share
too
his father's
stubborn.
sentiment.
We'll get it
I hope
eventually.
that you will not carelessly
Who needs
misuse,
luck?
waste, or destroy.
Bro, this letter's so sad. Because, like, later on, like, Chris diddles his mom. Right? So the first half of that letter is just kaput, see you later. And then the second half of this letter is like, keep my stuff and cherish it. Right? This collection that I've grown for. He was doing it for himself and for Chris, right? And the first thing Chris does is he sells it all.
Destroy the
So
value
sad.
of the many things I have collected for you. First, learn all about them, how to use them and enjoy them, their value,
I don't know why,
and
but
how
I
you
feel
can
bad for
thoughtlessly
Bob.
waste their value.
Well,
Then enjoy them as I have. For example,
at
my
this
very
point,
good stamp collection.
when episode 1, you like, if you know that the way Chris turns out, and you know some things about Chris, you do feel bad for Bob. It's until you get to the point where he starts being really racist to people, where you're like, okay, I feel less bad for you, Bob. Because doesn't he like says the N-word about some black kids at the game store? Calls them like little N-words? And he's like really racist? Because like I think someone rings him, and I think it's the game store. The guy's pretending to be a game store employee or whatever. He's talking to Bob, and Bob's like says like if it wasn't for those little N-words or something like that. He's like really racist. So it's like that sort of stuff that makes you go, okay, well I feel less sorry for you. Still feel bad, but like not as bad. It's the same thing with Chris, right? You feel bad for Chris when he gets bullied, like by Blue Spike and all that. And then like in the next sentence, Chris is like saying something incredibly racist or like putting down people with autism. And it's like, bro, you make it so easy to like not defend you. Why? Just stop. It's like that. But the Blue Spike thing, like I will always defend that. That should have never happened because that's too far. That's fucked. You know, the liquid Chris stuff, that's just funny. Oh, until Casey? I think it's Casey, right? Until she gets involved. When she gets involved, it starts getting a little more like, okay, well, this is just mean. But up to that point, before she gets involved, it's just funny.
Or all the recorded popular music on cassette tape, VCR tapes, and records. My books on popular
Oh, do you guys want to
music,
see the spider?
movies.
I took a picture of him. Wait, let's see if I can find it. My brain's all over the place. Can't stop me. Yeah, here it is. Um, um, I changed his name. His name's not Boss anymore. It's Gus. I'll show you guys Gus. Where are you, Gus? Wait, maybe if I just do this. Okay, that didn't work. Gus, are you in my pictures? I took a picture of him this morning before he went back into the gutter. There he is. Gus, he's alive. He's really big. This picture makes him look not that big. Makes him look kind of smallish. But he's actually quite big. He's like the size of like a small, you know how you have like a dinner plate, but then you have like the smaller plates? Like one of the smaller ones. He's like the size of that. Okay, here you go. Boom. He hangs outside my window. He comes out of a nighttime and he eats all the things that are stuck in his web. And then he just sits out there all night. And then over morning time, he runs back into the gutter. He's still there. I could probably take another picture of him. But yeah, I haven't been able to take a picture because it's been like, it's either been really dark or I wake up in the morning, I start doing things, and then I'm like, oh, I'll take a picture of Gus before he goes in. Oh, I can zoom in like this. And then and then I go take a picture and he's gone. I'm like, oh, you bitch. It's like he knows. Wait, what happened? How'd that happen? How did I manage that? Okay, that was weird. Anyway, this is Gus. He's my new buddy. My new spider buddy. Why did you not sleep? I don't know. Don't know with me. I was laid there all night. It was a mixture of things. I felt really hot, and then I felt really cold, and then I felt sick in the stomach, and then when I got up, I was like, I think I need to poop. But then I didn't poop. I don't know. I'll show you with my club, with my sleeping tool club. Oh, I'll sleep eventually. I think it was. Did I tell you guys about how I got bit by a spider? I think I did, right? I think it was that. I think it's that, like, making its way through my system. So I should probably be good by tomorrow, maybe? It's normally what happens. For like a day or two, you feel really sick and stuff. But yeah, it was a mixture of things. And then normally I'm asleep before he gets on the bed, but Asta likes to sleep next to me, but he's very movie. So like, and he has to lean on me. So if I'm laying on my side, he'll come up my back and he'll lean on my back with his back, sleep on me like that, and make me even hotter. But then he also like pushes with his feet to like rearrange himself to make himself comfortable. And he does that a lot. Or he kicks to make himself comfortable again. So yeah, he moves a lot too. So it's like that as well.
Entertainers, musical theater, ship models.
So like once you're like already not
gazebo,
able to
and
sleep,
dreams.
having
This
someone
letter
on the
offers
bed
an
who
insight
just
into Bob's
moves a lot
character, as
doesn't
he
help.
feared that all he had accomplished over the course of his life may be lost. In 1989, during a weekly trip to the toy store with his mother, Chris picked up a GoBot up on display and slowly started to read
GoBot?
out the text on the package.
Oh my god!
Ending his 6 years.
Do you guys remember? Wait, I need to find them. What were they called? Was it Metabots? Metabots? Was it Metabots? It was Metabots. Oh my god! Do you guys remember Metabots? Yeah, Metabots. Oh, there was a Metabot Game Boy game. What? When did it come out? 97. Latest release 2020. What the fuck? Wait, Metabots is still going? I had no idea. Yeah, do you guys remember Metabots? Does anyone remember Metabots? Oh, that image is too small. What are these? Yeah, Metabots. Oh, bro, Metabots is so good. Now I'm just looking at Metabots. Where's the ninja one? There was like a cool ninja one. I forgot what his name was. And I think there was one that was like a stag beetle or something. He was cool too. Wait, this one's called Beetle. That could be him. Yeah, there he is. That guy. Oh, that one's cool. Where's the ninja one though? Bro, Metabots was awesome. You guys are gonna have to put up with this all stream, just so you know. I get very distracted when I'm tired.
Of silence. Later that same year, Bob and Chris converted the shed in their backyard into a workshop, christening it the Dreaming Studio.
Bro, Chris
Bob
was
had hoped
young
that
there.
he and his
Bob
son
was
would
already
build
losing
things
teeth.
together there. He even commemorated the
crazy.
space with a plaque. Dreaming Studio of Mr. C
Bro,
and Little C,
could
where
you
dreams
imagine?
do
Could you imagine being in your 50s and being told like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna have a kid"? I'd be like, "No, no, like what? That's insane." Like, by the time they're 10, you were going to be 60, in your 60s. So what is your checklist? ADHD, autism, brain damage, bad childhood, strange kinks, etc. I didn't have a bad childhood. My childhood was fine. I just had a bad dad. Well, had is implies that he isn't anymore. He still is. So have. But like the rest of it was fine. I don't have strange kinks. What are my kinks? I like tummies and thighs. What's wrong with that? I like girls that have braids and plaits, and I like girls that wear glasses. How's that weird? It's not weird, you're weird. I do have brain damage though. And autism. And I might have ADHD, we don't know. But from what I've read, it seems like if you have ADHD, is it ADHD? I think it's if you have ADHD, you probably have autism. No, I think it's the other way around. One or the other. So like, if you have one, you most likely have the other one. So I might. I do get distracted quite easily. We go on tangents a lot. That's not my fault. That's your fault. How could that be my fault?
However, when asked about it, Chris could not recall what, if anything, had been built there. It was instead mostly used by Barbara for storage.
Oh yeah.
For Christmas of that year, he got an...
So, I probably should have prefaced this before I started watching. Ugh, I'm yawning. That's not good. Get your are an Aussie, are a minority, not more than 10%. And arthritis. Yeah, I have a lot. I have a lot of stuff wrong with me. Oh, and if you want to add to that, I also have a cluster of cysts in my testicles, right? So it's like I have a third nut. And then I fell out when I got my brain damage was when I fucked my back because I fell out of a car and then I repeatedly bounced off the ground. That's where the brain damage came from because my head bounced off the ground. And then when they stopped because they freaked out, they ran over my back with their back wheel. The reason I was bouncing off the ground was because I had my seatbelt on. So we can also add that. If you would like. But that's why my back is fucked. What was I saying? Before I went and said all that? I forgot. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We should take so whenever he like says like he says something and then he mentions that it's from Chris, take it with a grain of salt because Chris isn't a reliable narrator. Considering that I think there was an interview he did later on where he got all of his facts from the quickie because he couldn't remember it, any of it. So, yeah, whenever he says something like just then where he's like, Chris couldn't remember if anything was built, that's probably true. But later on, like Chris says, like, there's information that you hear and you're like, that doesn't sound right. And then you find out that the information was from Chris. And that's probably why. So just keep that in mind.
A Nintendo Game Boy. This was also the year that the family got Patty Chandler, a Beagle Spitz mix, which they picked up as a pup from their Aunt Karina.
What's a Spitz? What's a Spitz? Spitz. Dog? Wait, kebabs came up. Spitz kebabs. Japanese Spitz. What is this thing? Whoa, this dog's a nice dog. What? This is a nice looking dog. Oh my god, they're puppies, they're so adorable. They're like little fluff balls. This is incredible. Japanese Spitz. I never even heard of them. Wait, what? Don't the Japanese like what's the dog? What's the dog the Japanese like? It's Chow Chow, right? That's the one that they all like think is like elite. I would much prefer this. Should I show you guys? I'll show you guys. Did I close it? Oh, God damn it, I keep closing that thing. Should just leave it there. Why do I keep closing it? Here. This is the Japanese Spitz. Look how adorable this is. Look at it. Look at the little fluff ball. It's not the Shiba. That's it, the Shiba. So, is it Xiao Xiao? I thought it was Chow Chow. It was CHOW from China. Oh, I don't know. So dog breeds like the Chow Chow. I saw that and I was like, I don't like it, so I just forgot everything about it because like I don't like it. And it'd be like the same thing with like the Shiba. I don't really like the Shiba either. Wait, Shiba, Shiba Inu. Yeah, I don't like this thing. I don't know what it is, but I don't like this thing. I don't like the. I think it's the. It looks like it's smiling at me all the time. Oh, is that why they like it? Because it kind of looks like Buddha. This picture, it kind of looks like Buddha. Wait, isn't it Chow Chow? It is. It's Chow Chow. CHOW. Yeah, I don't like this thing either. I don't like his face. Yeah, this Spitz dog is way better. Yeah, this is the Spitz. This dog looks cool, right? I like this dog. And then this is the Shiba Inu. Look at it. Kind of looks like Buddha here. Is that just me? And then this is the Chow Chow. I don't like it. Ew, look at it here. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I don't like this thing. Oh, it's a little fluff ball. Bro, this is adorable. This is adorable. Why is it turned into this? Gross. What's a baby Shiba Inu look like? Is it like this? Bro, this thing's a little cutie. Look at him. Look at his little tail. There's no way I scroll down and find porn, right? It's a dog. Oh my god, look at them. Look at them, bro. They're so cute. And then they turn into this. Why? Yeah, I like this thing the best. Look at this thing. This thing's awesome. Okay, back to Christian. No more dogs. Bro, I had no idea that there was a breed of dog called a Spitz.
Arena. Chris grew very attached to the dog, displaying a fondness and arguably a love rarely shown for anything or anyone else in his life.
Okay.
In 1990, Bob co-hosted a jazz marathon on WTJU radio. During the program, he displayed his keen knowledge on 20th century jazz music.
Okay, now we go on to performance number 2, which is Tight Like That. This is November the 9th, 1928, with Chicago personnel, with Tampa Red's Hokum Jug Band.
Did he say
It's a
tight
great
like
group
that?
of Chicago musicians featuring kazoo, guitar, and jug by Hudson Whitaker.
Kazoo?
Tampa Red's guitar, Thomas A. Dorsey is on the piano and the washboard.
God damn it.
Frankie Half-Pint Jackson vocals interact to make this a great session. Listen
Wait,
for some
what?
very good kazoo and jugs, and notice how Half-Pint Jackson laughs like scat singing. Very unusual.
Wait, what? Isn't scat?
1990 also marked the last year of Chris's tenure at Greene County Primary School. For his fourth
Look at that
grade
Riz.
studies, he transferred to Nathaniel Greene Elementary School. It was here
Baby
where
Chris
he
got
allegedly had
Riz.
very distressing experiences. He asserts that the staff at the school didn't know how
Ow.
to handle autistic children and treated him cruelly.
Back then, no
Chris
one knew how to
contends
handle
that
them.
5 members of staff abused him by pinning him down to the ground, holding his wrists and ankles, and audio taping his cries. Furthermore, he claimed that the principal forced him to sit on his lap and said offensive things to him.
Once again,
But
this
little
is what I was
Christopher
talking
resisted,
about.
And the
This is what I'm talking about. This is all from Chris, right? And he didn't like this school because wasn't this school in a different county or something from where Sarah was going? Wasn't that it? Or something like that? So what I'm saying is he could just be making this up to make this school look bad and like look like the bad guys for a reason to go back to his old school. So like we can't really trust everything that he said. Something bad probably did happen, but like when it comes from Chris, it's kind of like 50-50 on whether it did or not.
Advances never went further than that. The principal is also claimed to be gay, which Chris feels justifies his homophobia. I was abused by one. A homosexual principal at my elementary school slapped me on his lap, said some offensive things to me, and I felt...
You feel sad for Chris, and then then he says things like this. And you're like, okay, Chris.
uncomfortable. Even though Chris's accounts of the events could not be verified,
Exactly.
it is also not unlikely that an event like this could have taken place. Though Chris never specified the reasoning behind their attacks, nor did he state whether him being restrained and being assaulted by the principal were separate or related events, it is possible that he may have been restrained and verbally abused as a form of disciplinary action, and even placed in a scream room, which was a fairly common school installation.
I believe
for
that
dealing with
happened.
autistic children up until the mid-1990s.
It's the whole like sitting on the
Whatever
principal's
events
lap and all
transpired,
that. That's
it
like
forced Chris's parents to take him away from
may or may
Nathaniel
not have
Green
happened.
Elementary School. To further things,
But when the information's
they
coming
took
from
the case
Chris,
to Greene County Court. After the school board threatened to take Chris out of mainstream education and instate him into a special needs school, the Chandlers dropped the case. For the remainder of the school year, he was homeschooled.
could you imagine?
It was around this time.
Could you imagine if Chris actually went to a special school? Like meant for autistic kids? Would he have turned out normal, you reckon? Why does he look so surprised in this picture? Isn't this like picture day? That's what it looks like. Why does he look so surprised? But do we think he would have turned out normal if he went to like a special needs school? Or do we think he was just fucked?
Tumultuous time that young Christopher had an uplifting experience that would change his life.
Bro, what is wrong with that Sonic?
During a shopping trip in Richmond, possibly in December 1992, but in other accounts he stated that it was 1989, he came across the Leonard Bernstein Symphony Orchestra, a show...
Wait, what? What? Did you just... Wait.
Possibly in... During a shopping trip in Richmond, possibly in December 1992, but in other accounts he stated that it was 1989, he came across the Leonard...
Bro, that is like... That's not like a year difference. That's like 2-year difference. What? I mean, I can't talk. I don't remember dates for anything, but I don't sit here and go, yeah, it was definitely this date. And give you an exact fucking date like Chris does. What is wrong with this dude? What the fuck? Bro, is this a bear?
Leonard Bernstein.
What is this thing? Are these bears? Is the one with the mustache a bear? It looks like a dog. It looks like, you know what it looks like? Did you guys ever see that movie with, was it Tim Allen? Tim Allen dog movie? Shaggy Dog. That's what it's called. Did you guys ever see Shaggy Dog? There's like a scene in it where the dog kind of looks like that bear. The picture's not coming up. Can't find it. I can't find it. But yeah, it kind of looks like that bear. That's what it reminds me of. Creepy.
Symphony Orchestra, a show comprised of animatronic characters that is held around Christmas time at the Regency Square shopping mall. The conductor, Leonard Bernstein, is made to be fully interactive with his audience with the help of a human controller behind the scenes. On this blessed day, the turnout for the show was
Where's the
weak,
human
so
controller?
Chris got extra attention from the bear.
Where's he hanging out?
When Leonard asked him his name, the person controlling the animatronic misheard it and answered back, calling him Christian. The boy took this as a profound sign and felt that he should be called Christian.
What a, like...
In order for Chris to continue with formal education, Bob and
So
Chris
weird that
moved
he's
to Chesterfield County, while
His
Barbara
parents were
remained
like,
in the family
yes,
house
that
in
makes
Ruckersville
sense.
with Patty, so she could keep working. Christian enrolled in Providence Middle
The
School
random
in
bear
Richmond.
in the shopping mall
He
said,
looked back
said so.
fondly over his time here, giving special credit to his teacher Virginia Sanford. She was the most influential teacher in my life. During my years at Providence Middle School, she taught me better social skills, how to better cope with other people, bullies, and life. With a positive and fun tomboyish attitude, she was a teacher any child would be most proud to look up to and be taught by. He also forged a friendship with Natasha Turner, a girl of...
Bro, the way he describes people, like even like that was an adult he just described. So weird.
a few years older than him. He lost romantic interest in her when he saw her smoking. They would often hang out together at the bus stop. He would sometimes give her money on behalf of his
forgot he
father
doesn't like
for her
non-smokers.
friendship and attention. Chris would later realize that Natasha was, in a
rubbish!
sense, a friend with benefits. She would stay with him and be friendly in exchange for a monetary reward from Bob. Bob knew that his son had little hope in forming true friendships otherwise.
The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, the cool new TV show, is on the air.
In the fall of '93, Sega,
KB
the video
Toy
game
Hobby.
developer, held a watch and win
The fuck
sweepstakes
is KB
contest
Toy
in
Hobby?
conjunction with their Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. The lucky winner would get a $1,000 shopping spree at KB Toys.
Bro, back then
And
that was a
winner
lot.
was
Holy
Chris.
shit.
Christian is one of only about 100
What's that? That's like
winners
10 grand
nationally
these
to
days.
receive $1,000 worth of Sega games and equipment. For his parents, it's
Wait.
just another example of how well he's doing. Christian is a high-functioning autistic child. Parents nationally to receive $1,000 worth of Sega games and equipment.
What is...
For his parents,
What the fuck is Sonic Spin? What are those things? Why are they so expensive?
nationally to receive
Batman Red? $50. Wait, how much was a Sega game console back then? Because I would have thought that would have only been like $100.
$1,000 worth of Sega games
These
and
things are like
equipment.
$50
For his
each.
parents, it's just another example of how well he's doing. Christian is a high-functioning autistic child. This past fall,
what's
on his
sad?
own initiative, he entered a contest based on a favorite cartoon character.
I had to do was exactly watch Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and I'd listen to what Sonic says at the end of it, and write it down for a whole week, and then I had to mail it in, and I had to be drawn out of a hat, and I just won.
And Christian's father says it only takes
We couldn't interrupt our goddess, so I had to let her talk. You know what's sad? Like he's young there, right? And like this lady was like, he's a high functioning autistic kid. So they already know, like his parents already know. Yet they still did nothing, right? And like the school was like, hey, we're gonna put him in a special class. Like special school that's like meant for kids like him, and they're like, no, you're not doing that. So they knew that he, like, because there's some debates that's like, oh, maybe they didn't know until like he was out of school and stuff. Like I've heard people say that his parents didn't know until he was old, like at a point where like he couldn't go to schools and stuff for it. But like that, it's clear right there that no, they knew. They just didn't do anything about it. It was like the Forrest Gump kind of thing. His mother did this similar thing in that movie, right? Where she was like, no, he needs to go to the same school as everybody else because I don't want him to be treated differently. It's like, I feel like that does damage to them in the long run, right? Because then they end up like Chris. Chris, like, I feel like Chris thought he was normal. Even though he has autism and even says that he's high functioning autistic, he still thinks he's normal. That's why he puts down other people with autism. Because he thinks they're the weird ones and he's normal. Right?
It takes a few hours for him to master an electronic game and then move on to another. I can't master any of them. That's it for now.
Okay.
This is the first
Old
of many
lady.
competitions that he entered during his life. and has cemented itself as a likely key reinforcer to his future sense of entitlement.
Oh,
On
that's a good point.
29th,
I didn't even think of that.
1993, the Richmond Times-Dispatch published an article about Christian's magical encounter with Leonard Bearstein, entitled, "It Took a Talking Bear to Give the Name a Young Boy Loves." The boy's father recounts the events of the day. Since this was early in the Christmas season, on a Thursday afternoon, the crowd was light. The conversation between Leonard and Christopher lasted about an hour. Christopher was spellbound. Something unusual happened during that conversation. When Leonard Bearstein, in a...
Wait, Bob's still calling him Christopher in this interview. Didn't they change his name to Christian at this point? Has he just not got the hang of it yet?
A decidedly British accent, asked Christopher his name. The bear must have misunderstood what the boy replied. Leonard started calling our son Christian. What better name for the Christmas season? And the name stuck like glue.
Yes, by a British
from that
person.
Time on, for the past year, his
name
name
from
has
where
been
Jesus
Christian
was
Weston
from.
Chandler. Christian is very emphatic about that. Bob also offered up some insight
none
into
of
the
this.
family's situation. Christopher is
None
a
of this seems holy at all.
autistic child. While intellectually, his age level is 12 or 13.
It's a talking bear with a British
he's
accent.
Around age 7 or 8. He has some behavior problems with his peers and relates better with children a few years younger than him.
Wait, what?
The Greene County school system was not equipped to teach an autistic child, Mr. Chandler said. The Chesterfield County...
Yeah, and that's why they wanted to send him to somewhere that could. What? He admits it. What's wrong with him? The Greene County school system was not equipped to teach an autistic child. Yes, and they said to you, we want to send him to somewhere that is equipped. And you were like, no. We're dropping the lawsuit now because we don't want you to do that. The Chesterfield County school system has accepted him with open arms. So, his parents are to blame. So it's 50-50. Half the blame is Chris and half the blame is his parents. Like 100%. Well, actually, no. It's more like 50% Chris and then 25% his parents and then 25% the trolls, right? It's more like that. Do you agree, Benny? So these people that have these arguments about whether or not his parents knew when he was really young and could have helped him are just idiots. Who didn't pay attention to Gino. Because if they did, they would have heard this stuff. Because didn't he say up there that he was 10 or 12 or something like that? At this point? That's still young enough to help him.
County school system has accepted
What a
him
joke.
with open arms. The article also mentions that Bob had originally wanted to name his son Christian, but had chickened out. It is unclear what scared him off.
Am I the weird one? Like, if I had an autistic kid, right, and I was told by doctors, like, oh, he has autism, my first thought was, okay, well, I want him to have the best of everything, right? Which would mean I would work closer with doctors and stuff to assure that he's, like, really well looked after. You know what I mean? I would ask a million questions to the doctor. Like, I would be sitting there asking them if it is a good idea to send them to like, a school meant for autistic kids and stuff like that. I wouldn't go, no, I know better than the doctors and the school system. I'm going to keep sending him to a normal school where he probably can't keep up. Am I the weird one? Like, this seems insane to me. That they're just like... they know he has autism, but they're like, I don't know, they're trying to like ignore it? Or are they trying to say like he has autism but he's not different? I don't know.
From naming his
Strange.
child Christian. In any
So
case,
weird.
the following year, the boy had his name legally changed to Christian Weston Chandler.
Oh, he hadn't
In the
changed it
spring
yet.
of '96, Barbara retired from her secretarial position at Virginia Power and moved in with Bob and Chris, reuniting the boy with Patty the dog. In late spring, Chris graduated
Patty.
from Providence Middle School. As a parting gift, Mrs. Sanford wrote a personal, touching, and prophetic letter to Chris. Well, it's been 3 years now at Providence, and it's all over. Where has the time gone to? The most important parting words I can leave you with, well, are to always remember this. You show people where your weak points are located. Then they will know how to push your button. If you never show them,
Oh my
they will
god.
never know. I hope you will have an enjoyable summer and come back to visit. Do your
Bro.
very best at Manchester, put your best foot forward, and treat others as you wish to be treated.
That
Love,
teacher's a
Mrs.
witch.
Sanford. The Manchester
She
in
knew.
question happened to be Manchester High School,
She saw the
where,
future.
according to Christian, he spent the happiest years of his life.
That teacher knew. Eating pizza?
Over the course of 4 semesters, he studied Spanish, of which he has a very loose grasp.
It's
For
a very
class
loose
assignments,
grasp.
he adopted a Spanish name, Ricardo, a common practice for students in order to better get into character and the culture of the language. However, Christian got too into character and often used Ricardo in class assignments outside of Spanish,
That's
and
pretty
even
funny.
considers it as
Wait,
part of his
so-
real name. When riding on the school bus, he used to sit right in front of the bus
Don't
door,
they
so he
normally
could
use
always
a,
get
like,
off the fastest.
A name that's
However, during his freshman year,
similar to
he
the
got
own
into
name?
an altercation with another boy who wanted to be off the bus first. He punched Christian in the face, knocking his glasses off. In order to resolve the issue, Chris was forced to take the special ed bus to school from then on, which deeply affected him. He always felt very uncomfortable associating with others whom he called slow in the minds. I
See
ended
what I
up
mean?
with this really worse off mentally challenged person who could hardly ever speak other than That boy bopped me on the back of the head for his own laughs. The special ed teacher who rode on the bus talked with his brother about it, and he kept him from bopping me. But having to put up with his nonsensical slur talk was still just as cringy and horrifying.
His
Ugh.
slur talk.
Among his other
Says
activities,
Chris.
he served as a water boy and allegedly a manager for the school
Who-
basketball
who
team,
becomes
the
a
Manchester
racist.
Lancers, along with Joseph Herring, one of Christian's only male friends. Chris had always gravitated towards girls,
Bro, he looks so
and in
gay there.
Manchester, this was no exception. He had a sizable group of female friends, which he
The
dubbed
gal pals.
Gal Pals. Among the first that he met was Molly Quarles, a cheerleader at the time whom he met as a freshman. He fondly remembered them being paired up during a matchup event for Valentine's Day. Laura Beth Dorazio was another cheerleader Chris met and fell for, but after he confessed that he had a crush on her, she told him that she would like them to remain just as friends. Tiffany Gowan was said to be a real
Even
good
though-
girl to Chris,
even
and
though
he
they're
has
getting
described
paid,
her as a bit of a
like-
tomboy and a peppermint patty to his Charlie Brown.
What does that mean?
Kelly Andes was his biggest crush and says they were high school.
Oh, she's cute. What does that mean? Peppermint Patty to my Charlie Brown? I never watched the Charlie Brown cartoons, so I don't know. This sounds really weird. Sounds like an innuendo. But these girls, like, they were getting paid, right, to be nice to Chris. But, like, even if that's the case, you would assume them to still be kind of mean to him. Like when it's just them and Chris. But it sounds like they were still just nice to him, like, all the time. So maybe these girls were just nice. Well, they weren't bitches, at least. But they needed money. Clearly.
Sweethearts, even though they were never in an actual relationship together.
Oh yeah, I
Sarah
forgot he does
Bevel
that.
was in the same chemistry class along with Kelly and Chris. Sarah had a boyfriend at the time, and Chris watched them interact, hoping to experience that kind
so
of
she wasn't a
relationship one day.
boyfriend-free girl.
It was fun to just watch them flirt
No.
with each other. I've
that
could have
it?
learned
I
from
think
that,
that's it, right?
but my autism and normal social phobias held me back then. Miranda Mitchell was the big brain in his circle of friends and shared computer graphics class with Christian. His group of gal pals were possibly not genuinely interested in a friendship with Chris, but rather stayed with him out of pity or as protection. A later comment made by Chris suggests that the group had made an arrangement with Bob and or the principal of the high school. Concerning schoolwork, there is a wealth of information that has been attained, which helps to refute his previous claims that he held an honor roll streak all throughout high school.
Oh yeah, because they dumpster
For
dived.
one of his assignments, he had to conduct an interview with his parents, offering some more information about their life experiences. For the question, "Why did you choose to have children?" they answered, "It's nice to have kids." For "What adjustments
Okay.
did you have to make after your first child arrived?" they answered, "Laughter from 4 kids and 3 situations," referring to the troubled past marriages and estranged children. Interestingly,
3
when asked
situations.
about what has been the hardest part about parenting, the answer was
Autism?
dealing with the school system. In another assignment
I was
concerning
close.
families, Chris inserted mathematical equations into his definitions, making them hard to read and understand. For example, he defined a nuclear family as a mother, father, and X is more than or equal to 1 child sharing the same household. He also described
Okay.
adoption as a right to raise a child who is biologically their own. Christian took part in a parenting exercise in which he wore an empathy belly to simulate the feeling of being a pregnant woman. He
I mean,
wrote
I've
a
never
report
worn one of them,
describing
but I'm
his
pretty fat now,
experience.
so I guess I know.
Having a belly like a pregnant woman was really an awkward experience. When I tried to get my pencil bag out of my backpack, the belly held me back by putting pressure on my left leg. Luckily, my arms were long, but if they were any shorter, I would have had a real problem to reach the pencil bag.
Do you reckon he looks back on this now, like, fondly? Because he's a girl now? Air quotes, girl. Do you think he, like, looks back on this now and is, like, fond of it? You bitch. Because I think that'd be kind of funny.
While I was sitting in my chair, the belly made it uncomfortable for me to cross my legs. And while my legs were separated,
Oh, maybe that's
it
why
put
he
pressure on
just
my
put on
private
so much
part,
weight
which gave
after
me a
school,
strange,
right?
weird feeling.
Because he was like,
He wrote an essay about Japan's involvement
missed his
in
pregnancy
World War
belly.
II. It should be noted that he addressed himself as Ricardo W. Chandler, with Christian placed in parentheses, and wrote English in Spanish. The teacher justly corrected this. According to Chris, the war was a very tragic event, with guns, insults, and yuck. He continues.
and yuck.
The Japanese and
Oh my
Americans
God.
had deemed glowering at
Too
each other
true.
like boxers from opposite corners of a 5,000-mile ring, waiting for the bout to begin. So, the US and Japan
Wait, what?
really wanted to get it on. He also quoted that President Woodrow Wilson
The
tried
US
to
and
get
Japan want to
to
get it
withdraw
on?
from Shandong. Christian's essay ended up being a mishmash of events of both world wars. In addition, he referenced several books, however all of his findings could be found within the first 8 pages. The teacher
rubbish.
commented, "Restate thesis." There is a page titled Warm Fuzzies for Christian W. Chandler, which most likely was a class activity in which the students wrote nice things to each other in order to promote acceptance. The messages left for Chris read very bland, such as, "I like your clothes," "is a very funny and nice person," "Okay, funny," "You are a nice person,"
Person just said
"Nice
okay.
watch," "You tell great jokes," and "You tell fun jokes." But perhaps the most baffling piece of writing that there is on record is his 13 lucky writing tips, an assignment for English class, in which he switches 4 tips in to what most closely resembles Spanish. In any case, it is little more than unintelligible garble. Use standard written
Calm down,
English.
Gino.
Do not use contractions in formal writing. You must have a thesis statement in each essay. The thesis statement es el finale estancia de introductory paragrafe. Tu escribes de literature. El thesis incluye el llama de author y llama de work. Los paragraphs
Does this sound
soporte y
good?
relate
Like, is he
cue
doing
el thesis.
Is he doing a good job?
Los paragraphs tienes el topic estancias hablan el unifying concepto de el paragraph. Los details support y relate a el topic estance.
Like, is he saying the words right?
Necesitas
I'm kind of
voz
curious.
adecuate soporte details. Escribe el literature el presente tense. Necesitas tres muchacho mirar de puente. Necesitas creas muy bien tu
Is this me, or is like Chris's handwriting kind of neat?
Logical. Cheques tu escribir muy carefully. From the school report, it can be seen that he failed all but 2 of his 14 assignments, earning a D+ for the year.
Oh, okay.
At age 16, Chris wrote a poem entitled Song of Christian for his class, loosely based on Walt Whitman's Song of Myself. He decided to record his creation for posterity in video form. The video itself is poorly lit, but there isn't much to see anyway.
I hear America singing as I sing of myself, and you experience as I experience.
Well, back then they probably didn't have color cameras, right?
My problems. The either the young
They could
singing
record?
rise a happiness. The children's song is song
play that
of
too.
laughter. At age 6 weeks, I sang this song of laughter.
Gino, you seem to
That
forget
when
that
I
Chris
had
is old as
age,
fuck.
The Lord clicked the mute button on me. My song
I'm
that
old,
I
Chris is
sing,
ancient.
although I talk well, my peer relationship is low and my loneliness is off the scale. Anyway, that's my poem.
Beyond just reciting the poem,
Bro,
he
Chris
pretends
sounds
to be
so
the
weird before his
enthusiastic
balls
host
dropped.
of the Christian Chandler Show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Christian Chandler Show. Where there are lots of laughs and all that neat old stuff. Now here he is, the host with the most, Christian Chandler.
Silent screaming. Could you imagine if Chris became a talk show host?
Good evening, friends, and welcome to the Christian Chandler Show. I am your host, Christian Chandler.
He then rambles on about his fascination with the
Oh
Sonic
my
the Hedgehog
god, you
universe
know who he
and
sounds like here? He sounds more like Liquid Chris here. Does he not?
Hey, friends, and welcome to the Christian Chandler Show.
Do you hear it, Benny? He sounds more like Liquid Chris here. Bro.
I am your
Wait,
host.
maybe it's because when Liquid Chris was doing his thing, wasn't he still like young? So maybe his balls didn't drop yet either? Yeah. Yeah.
Christian Chandler.
he then rambles on about his fascination with the Sonic the Hedgehog universe and talks about Bionic the Hedgehog, his first Sonic-related creation, which he came up with during basketball practice.
And then I
Bionic
have X-Men
the
that
Hedgehog?
helps. Of course, Tails that flies, Knuckles he punches and climbs, and
No way.
Bionic, well, you heard rumors about Bionic. Is that Sonic
Wait,
brother, man,
is
must have
Bionic
that
still
very good
is
basketball player in
Bionic
McCann.
in Wick?
I can
still?
tell you a background story on him.
He proceeds to rant about receiving an F in English
I
class.
don't think he is
I
he?
see by God, that's about time I sign off. But before I go, just one thing to say to.
Is this the only mention of
An F
Bionic?
in English class? You have got to be kidding me. I mean an F. I do not even know when was the last time I got an F. I mean, who knows? It could have been back in old Green County. That stupid place. Yeesh. That Green County
Yeesh.
primary. Actually, it was a nice school, but then it came to Fannie Green Elementary. That's probably where I got the F. Anyway, then many years rolled by. Then you came along and gave me an F. I mean,
Is he, like, talking about, like, 3 different stories at once?
Lowered it. I'm getting sick and tired of this lowered thing. What do you have against the handicapped children anyway? I mean, I know my handicap is autism, and
Sounds
I'm not
like that
afraid to admit it.
He has a
And you
constant stuffy
Elizabeth,
nose.
I think that
Yeah.
F is very disrespectful. I mean, I am very emotional.
Or like
about
he's
it.
talking through his nose.
Anyway, it's time I sign off. Well, this has been the Christian Chandler Show.
Around the same time, he made a series of stop-motion
Have I
videos.
have
of
I mentioned
racist-
this? I don't know if I mentioned it, but my I think it's my right nostril. I don't breathe through it properly. Like I have to actively like breathe hard through my nose to get air to come out of my right nostril, and I think it's because I've broken my nose a couple times. So like, I can't really talk Because my nose is all fucked up too. I'm old, okay.
Town called
I've lived long. Stuff's happened.
Initials. They were made
I'm
with
broken.
a Game Boy camera, which produced grainy, low-resolution grayscale
The Game Boy had a
photos,
camera?
or alternatively, low-quality stop-motion video. The awkward frame rate makes it difficult to discern what is actually going on.
What?
But it is important to note that all the racers are named either after pop culture characters that Christian idolized or people he knew in real
I
life.
say Luigi.
This is the earliest account of Chris using people to play out his fantasies.
The biggest trend
I didn't know the Game Boy had a camera.
It's multi-billion dollar.
I knew you could plug
Throughout the
the
late
Game Boy into the
1990s,
TV with
the
a big
Pokemon
contraption.
franchise was spreading across
What about
North
that one?
America, with Chris keeping a keen eye on it. He began playing the trading
Monkey
card game
Mans.
and included illustrations of Pokemon characters in his Spanish homework. He
Well, the top
also
one
wrote
was
a lengthy
Mario.
essay detailing how the Pokemon came into their Pokeballs, with which his teacher was very pleased. The year 1999 marked the birth
Okay.
of his wall of originals. This was a designated portion of the wall which displayed Pokemon
Yes.
trading cards that Chris
Wall
made
of
himself.
Originals.
It featured original Pokemon, such as a female
Wait.
Pikachu called Chikachu.
His house burnt down. Is the Wall of Originals gone? I didn't sneeze. Do we ever know about that, Benny? Did the Wall of Originals get burnt? Would have had to, right? Oh no, tail ring. This is boyfriends. Damage plus 10. Does 10 more for each Pikachu in play? Oh, the Pikachus are its boyfriends? What? It's called Chikachu. What? Flip a coin if heads prevents all effects of attacks, including damage done to Chikachu. Wait, isn't that busted?
Pikachu, and Plotistic, a plant which is
Autistic. Oh my god. Amazing.
autistic. Chris himself also appeared several times. His fascination grew to
Well,
a
of course he
point
did,
that he would
because
dress
he
up as
evolved
the Pokemon
over time.
character Ash Ketchum out in public. Around mid-1999, Christian launched his first website, a simple Pokemon-themed effort humbly called Quick's Pokesite, cementing the moniker Quick.
Quick.
It was soon replaced by Quick's Pokesite 2 with a new logo designed by
2?
Miranda. He updated it with personal and Pokemon-related news here.
What is this picture? What am I looking at right now? To be honest, I would play that game versus Chris and then use fuck Pot of Greed and summon Exodia. Like that clip. I summon Pot of Greed. What is it? I draw 2 additional cards from my deck. And then I summon Pot of Greed. Bro, this picture looks so wrong. Is it just me, or does Chris look like a pedophile? That they're like he was about to steal this child, and then he was like, "Oop, can't do it," and he's about to walk away. Is that just me? Like the haircut, the glasses, the mustache. What is this picture? Why is there a picture of Chris and like 2 Asian dudes and a baby? Does this baby know that it's famous? And that it was pictured near Chris? Is this the original Christorian? Like, this picture is so wrong in so many ways. It's so creepy. Why does he look like this? Like, why do you think this was like a good look? This looks so bad. He straight up looks like a pedo.
Regularly for the next year and a half. This year also marked Christian's first visit to the Game Place,
The Game
and
Place.
hobby store, which allowed returning customers to play video games, board games, or trading card games. It quickly became his weekly haunt. The Pokemon
His
craze
weekly
was
what?
captured on film for Richmond's
You say haunt?
NBC affiliates WWBT
Is it he
News.
haunts it?
The report featured excited young kids playing the game and trying to explain the phenomenon.
How do you play the game?
I can't explain it, it's too long.
Their bewildered parents standing
Exactly.
witness.
That's how I feel about Yu-Gi-Oh.
And I still have no clue.
And the 17-year-old Chris in action.
I'll put out my Dragonair, even though it has 60 damage on it. Oh boy. And now it has 3 energy on it. Slam attack.
So if you had the time to tell me...
To commemorate
Slam
Valentine's
attack.
Day of the year 2000, Christian wrote a
Oh,
Valentine's
does he mean
Day
slam?
hymn, a free verse effort in which he reveals that he holds
Wait, was that
very
Gex?
traditional views on courtship and the
Wait,
predetermined
hold on.
rules of the year 2000. Christian wrote a Valentine's Day hymn,
Is this supposed to be Gex? Or is this just like some generic like lizard or something? Bro, I have dog hairs like on my glasses. I think I got him. Yeah, did you see this like green lizard thing? In the top right? Is that supposed to be Gex? You guys know what Gex is, right? I think it is supposed to be Gex. Yeah, it is. Bro. I'm not joking. I typed in Gex and the exact image I was thinking of came up. You're not going to believe this. Bro, it's Gex. It's straight up Gex. How did I manage this? How did I know this? Bro, I think I have, wait, I might have this in the other room. I haven't played Gex in fucking for ages. We should play Gex. Gex is awesome. I can't believe Bro, why do I remember the weirdest things? Why does my brain work like this? What is this? Oh. Someone else is live, I think. Why do I remember the weirdest shit?
verse effort in which he reveals that he holds very traditional views on courtship and the predetermined rules of etiquette for men and women.
What?
On a date, the man could not pay the bill, so his date slammed her door in his face. The man's
I was gonna say, is it traditional to only want to date white people? Because I was gonna say, I don't think that's traditional.
Over a puddle, the maiden walks.
I don't think that's what
then
I mean.
The man trips and pays the laundry bill.
The
Under
what?
the moonlight, the couples of the world kiss, but unfortunately for a few, they are interrupted by their parents. He uploaded it onto his website. 10 days later,
I think I
Chris
missed something
celebrated his
there. That was
18th
confusing.
birthday, a date which he held in the
Why
highest
is he-
regard. Among the guests
Why is he
in
paying a laundry
attendance
bill?
were a handful of Christian's gal pals and his half-brother Cole. Nearly 3 years after
Wait.
the fact, he reminisced about the event.
Oh, okay,
I
so
will
at
never
this point,
forget my
Cole was
18th
still
birthday
friendly with
party.
him.
It was the best of the rest.
I wonder what happened.
The weekend before my real birthday, my mother and I prepared for the party I was going to host that day. We hung balloons and streamers, and we laid refreshments on the table. At the door was 4 of my high school amigas, and one of them brought a friend. We ate pepper.
Okay, so I have autism. I've made that clear. Autistic people, like normal autistic people, do they like having birthdays? I'm the complete opposite. I hated it. I hated having birthdays. I still do. Like, my mother on my birthdays wants me to come and have like a family dinner with her and everyone. And I don't. I always refuse and stay home because I hate it. I don't like it. I've never liked it. But it seems like normal autistic people like love having birthdays. Like, I don't like attention. I don't like the attention being all on me. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. This is just, it's confusing to me that he like, I don't know.
Pepperoni pizza and drank Pepsi. It was great. As Mother lit the candles, I was filling up with ecstasy. After I blew the candles,
Bro,
I was
what?
presented with a...
It's like the weirdest way to explain things. Why? That sounds so gross. When mother lit the candles, I was filling up with ecstasy. What? That's like the weirdest sentence. Why would you write that down and be like, yeah, this sounds good. This sounds right. Like, I get it makes sense, but it's so weird. Is that just me? Do you agree, Benny? That's weird, right? Like talking about your mother and talking about how you feel ecstasy in the same sentence is so strange. Yes? Yeah, it's so weird. It's not it's not normal. It's not right.
A big jawbreaker from
creepy.
Kelly, an R.L. Stein novel from Sarah, a planer with stickers from Miranda, and
what?
a rabbit doll with jelly
Planer?
beans from
What's
Tiffany.
a planer?
We watched Good Burger and had fun. After they left,
What's
it
Good
was
Burger?
done. What did I wish for? I'm not telling.
Fair enough.
Even though he seemed
Keep to
pleased
yourself
that his
then.
gal pals came to celebrate, he was never pictured
Have it your
together
way.
with them, preferring to sit alone. He is also photographed wearing a pair of jeans with a suspicious stain on his crotch. Some have speculated that it is dried semen, but it is unlikely.
What? No.
About a month later,
I can disprove this
it is dried semen
because I had
but
something
it is
similar to this. These old jeans used to rip. Do you remember did you ever have a pair of these jeans, Benny? They used to rip. Because I used to have them, I don't think I had it near the crotch. I think it was like here, near the pocket and that. But I used to get them a lot at the bottom of my pants. Because, I don't know if you remember, but these jeans like this, they used to be really tight around the waist and the pockets. And then they used to be really tight around the ankles. So you would get these rips like this near the ankles until the ankles were like really loose. And had like those rip marks all over them. I think I still have some in the cupboard. Wait, no, I think my mother threw them out. If I can find them, I'll take a picture of them. But yeah, they used to have these rips like this, and then they used to also get them near the pockets too, because it was always really tight there. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just bought jeans that were like, because like it doesn't look like a stain when you pause it like this. It looks like a rip. I think he just bought like too tight of jeans and then went to button it up and it ripped like this. Because they don't rip long ways, like along the seam or whatever. They rip this way. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever have any jeans like this, Benny? Because I used to wear jeans a lot. Because I used to skate. And instead of wearing like knee pads and stuff, I'd wear jeans. Because, you know, that's the same thing. When I was young, my brain, I was like, thought it was. Can't remember. Yeah. Well, I remember them because I used to wear jeans like all the time. When I would skate, I would wear jeans and I would wear long shirts like this. And that's what I would skate in. And I'd like, it's super hot in Australia. So like now I like walk outside in really short pants that come up to like here on me. And like a singlet. Or Americans call them wife beaters. And I'm like, it's too hot. I want to go back inside. So how the fuck I managed to like skate around in jeans and a shirt like this is beyond me. I don't know how I did it. But yeah, that's why I know that these jeans rip like that. So I don't think it's cum. People just want it to be cum because they think it's funny.
unlikely. About a month later, Chris was tasked with designing a CD jewel case for his graphic design class. On the fateful day on March 17th, 2000, I wanted to feature on my favorite hit CD cover lifelong hero Sonic the Hedgehog and cute newer character Pikachu, but copyrighted characters were prohibited from the project.
That says class of 2000. Did he graduate high school in 2000? I thought Chris was in his early 40s. Am I wrong? God damn it. Maybe he's in his mid-40s? Is Chris older than I think he is? I didn't keep up with his age. Chris Chan. Age. Oh yeah, he is. Early 40s. He's 43. So I was right. Bro, hearing like that he graduated high school in 2000, like trips my brain out. Makes me think he's older than what he is. Is that just me? Because like 2000 feels like a very long time ago.
So, in my mind, I pondered and pondered when it hit me visually. Sonic and Pikachu combined. In a way to escape copyright, he combined Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu to create Sonichu, the electric hedgehog Pokémon,
perfect name,
which Christian considers to be one of his greatest life accomplishments. The CD tracklist itself consists of Pokémon, Sonic and Mario related music, with intermittent appearances of old-time jazz from artists such as Frank Sinatra and Bing Crosby. Undoubtedly.
But wouldn't he still fail this project though? Because like they said he wasn't allowed to use copyright characters, but he used copyright music. So wouldn't that be the same thing?
An influence from his father. Another month later, Chris had to document a week of his life for a school project.
What the fuck is that picture?
The result was A Week with Christian W. Chandler, a self-documentary, which detailed the events of his life from April 29th to May 5th, 2000.
Oh, look at
cover
Patty.
Features a blurry photo of Chris and Patty, with a discolored, ghostly Sonic below. He writes it in the third person, as if followed by a documentary crew. On April 29th, he visits Books A Million to participate in the Pokemon Trading Card Game League. Afterwards,
bro, if I could get a
he
shiny
enters a
Trubbish,
costume
I'd be so
contest,
happy.
and since he wore his regular Ash Ketchum outfit, he wins and receives a cool t-shirt as a reward. The following day, he talks about packing and moving things from their home
I just
in
realized?
Richmond to their old house in Ruckersville.
We haven't seen his shirt
The
yet,
next
have we?
day, he goes
The
to high
iconic
school.
shirt.
He uses a tripod to help take pictures of himself. During class, Mr. Goss discussed the difference between Shakespeare's world and the real world of today. Christian rested his eyes after Mr. Goss's discussion and before the bell rang. Next, he had trigonometry. I'd hate to be Christian when his nerves kicked into action after waking up from a nutty snooze cruise, but I was. Next was computer graphics.
Wait, what?
It
Did he
was
just
great
talk
for
about
him
himself
today
like in the
because he
third
got to
person?
print his own CD cover. Next was Spanish 2. He took
Is that
a
the
quiz
first
today,
known account
but
of
I
that?
think he feels confident in his work. And finally, after a hard odd day, he rides home on a bus, but unfortunately, it had a few slow in the minds on it. The following day, he repeats the routine of snoozing through class, and that on even days, he eats lunch with Tiffany and Sarah. For the following day, he describes his daily activities at home, which mostly consist of playing video games and managing his website. The next day, he talks about working in computer graphics class and making a Mother of the Year award for Barbara, which he plans to give to her on Mother's Day. For the final day's report, Chris states that it was a difficult Friday.
Maybe he didn't graduate.
One of his duties included taking part in a senior
when you turn 18,
group
don't you
photo.
graduate?
After the long wait for the pictures to be taken,
Am
being
I wrong on
crowded
that?
like a sardine surrounded by immature teenage boys, and having the hot,
How old are
hot
people
sun
when they
shining
graduate in
down on him
America?
and everyone else.
I thought it was
went
like
back to
18.
the shady entrance. After the photo shoot, Chris was picked up by his dad.
Bro, these photos are
And
so
that
bad.
concludes our week-long documentary of A Week with Christian W. Chandler, the autistic boy that has made it this far. Close parentheses.
Implying that autistic people don't
Chris
make
wouldn't
it that
pass
far?
up an opportunity to go to the senior prom, so he did, bringing his mother along as a date. Even though Christian had labeled the set of photos
What?
as the senior prom, it is possible that it was some other social gathering due
Are you
to the
allowed to
fact
do
that
that?
the event is held during the daytime.
Bring your mother along?
Looking back on the prom, he claimed that he was naive about dating, unlike the other students. Out of pity, or out of genuine compassion, Tiffany asked Christian to dance. I hesitated at first, but she grabbed my hand and pulled me onto the dance floor.
What a nice girl.
We danced for what felt like hours. It was the most pleasant experience of that night, and I thank her for dancing with me then. He felt that her willingness to dance with him meant that she was attracted to him, and stated that if they were to meet again, they would start a relationship. Graduation. The end of high school.
The video is
end of his
ending.
interactions with his gal pals. Most importantly, it was the day Christian had to be
Bro, Christian's a
recognized
wizard
for
now.
his achievements. But unfortunately,
He acquired
this wasn't
his
the
wizard
case.
getup.
I only got recognized for my grades with a star pin, yet they had more fancier awards for more important qualities. I should have been highly recognized for my artistic talents I showed in my many art classes for the award ceremonies before graduation.
I heard autistic talents, and then I looked up because I was like, "There's no way that's what he said." And then I read artistic. Am I the only one that heard autistic talents? Because I was like, "What? What the fuck are autistic talents?" Bro, I'm too tired for this.
Day. I felt crestfallen greatly from not getting recognized for any of
Oh
my
yeah,
talents.
crestfallen. I forgot that's like a
excelled in
thing.
math too, for the love of God. I
Heard
was
it
so
too. Yeah.
jealous.
I had
was
to
a
look up because I was
high-functioning
like, "There's no
autistic
way."
boy who came way beyond out of his social shell, only to get zilch, nada, zip, a big fat zero. I felt so devastated. And
Do I have
out of sync.
autistic talents?
As a result of his heartbreak, he only went up on stage to receive
What
his
would they
diploma
be?
without looking at anyone's face, nor shaking anyone's hand. After the ceremony was over,
Bro, he
he
looks
found
so
himself
grumpy in that
at an
picture.
unoccupied table, sat by it, and cried. Eventually, his mother and later Tiffany came to console
Well, I
him.
wasn't paying attention. Why is he
His
crying?
father would look back on this event with shame
Is it
and
because
anger
school's over?
for years to come. Christian's time at high school is still thought of fondly by him, recalling his sweet memories of creating artistic projects for class and frequently hanging out with his gal pals, all of which were abruptly ended with that gloomy, rainy graduation. But with the end of high school came the promise of a new world in college, a chance for new friends, new experiences, and the first steps to a brighter future.
If only he knew. Well, I mean, Gino knows, but like, because I think Gino started this when like years after the fact. Oh, look, these are special thanks to the members. Oh, at some point, we're gonna see Papa Gut there. Because I was watching the Papa Gut, like, react to this stuff, and he became a Patreon member. So his name is gonna be in those credits at some point. I just don't know when. So we gotta keep an eye out for Papa Gut. What was he saying at the end there? Why was Chris crying? Was it because school's finished? Is that why he was crying? I was too busy laughing about the fact that I heard autistic talents. But I assume that's what it was, right? He was just crying because he can no longer go to school. Well, that school, I guess. What? Hey, you motherfucker. I was changing my earphones. Yeah. G'day, Gojira. How's it going? We're watching Christian. I'm turning you all into Christorians as well. I'm not the only one that should be a Christorian. Well, me and Benny. We're both Christorians. But you need to be a Christorian as well. So, buckle up. We're on episode 2. Oh, bro.
Made him this way.
Oh my god. I just realized I'm more deaf in my right ear. This is so loud now. Because I only have headphone in one ear at a time. And it was like kind of like the volume was fine in my right ear. Now it's super loud. I'm a dinosaur duck? Is there even dinosaur duck? Oh, there is. What is this thing? Ooh, I like it. Ooh, I like this thing. What is this thing? Like, I know about Ducky, right? From the Land Before Time. But what is this thing? It had a graceful swan-like neck, but bizarre killer claws. What is this? What type of dinosaur is this thing? A new species of dinosaur. There it is. Copy. What? Bro, are you... Bro, everything is listening to me. I'm now getting ads for hearing. How could you do this to me? Bro, look at this duck. This duck dinosaur. Holy crap. This thing's cool. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this guy. Look at this guy. This guy's cool as. Look at him. Yum, 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 yum. Bro, the world's first platypus. Should tell you the name. Yeah, it did. It's this thing. It's Halzacraptor. Escalolility. I don't know how you pronounce it. Bro, this guy's cool as fuck. He's like if a fucking peacock mated with like a raptor. This thing's cool. I want to be this guy. This guy's cool as. Benny, I think I have a new favorite dinosaur. Wait, can I get someone to say his name? Wait, hold on. They're like no, there's no pronunciation. Wait, what if I pronunciation? Halshikaraptor. Halshikaraptor? That doesn't sound right. Is there a video? There's a video.
Halshikaraptor.
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 Bro, I'm the best. Wait, what?
Halshikaraptor.
Bro, Hassan's 300% fucked now? What? How? How does he keep doing this? I don't understand. How? Stop giving Nux content. What is wrong with him? Anyway, back to this.
What is the attraction?
So loud.
What keeps us fascinated?
You.
This is the story of Chris Chan.
You keep me fascinated. Along with the things Chris does, I guess. Part 2. Here we go. He's in college now.
In the year 2000, the Chandlers came back to
This
their
is where we
family
get the
home
sign.
in Ruckersville. And in August, at the behest of his parents, Christian began attending Piedmont, Virginia Community College, where the highest level degree students could attain was an associate degree.
That's spelled
Perhaps
Pied.
spellbound by illusions of grandeur, Chris chose to study marketing, but Bob quickly transferred him to a computer-aided drafting and design degree. in the hopes that
Well,
it
that
would
was
be a
smart.
better fit for his challenged son and his future.
Yeah.
According to the PVCC handbook of the time, this
Why
was
would
a
he choose
2-year degree
marketing?
worth 15 credits. In addition, he took English classes and even a tennis class. Apart from studying,
Wait, what?
he continued to develop his Pokemon
There's a
website
tennis class
and
at
added more
college?
cards to his wall of originals, creating cards representing, among others, his beloved Sonichu.
Sonichu!
In October, he launched Quick's Sonichu site, a
The
website
wall of
devoted to
originals.
his original character. Over the course of the
Raichu.
year, the Sonichu family grew. He created Soni, Sonichu's pre-evolutionary form, and dedicated a trading card to him. He also gave Sonichu a female companion, Rosechu, based on Amy Rose from the Sonic franchise.
Yeah, but
After high school,
But she has
contact with his
a
gal
male
pals was
Raichu
lost,
tail, so
apart from Kelly.
she's a dude.
He claimed to have called her every weekend for about a year. For Christmas of that year, Christian made her a CD entitled Songs for Kelly as his gift. He
I like her
incorporated
hair.
a mini
Is that just
Sonichu
me?
into the artwork. Winter of 2000 is also significant, for
That's
that
some
was
nice
when
hair.
Chris created his Sonichu medallion, made of Crayola model magic and acrylic paints.
Oh, Gus is gone.
Late 2000,
Went back in the gutter,
I
I
bought some
guess.
Crayola model magic clay,
Oh, you
and I
bitch.
molded and crafted the first original Sonichu medallion that I wore around my neck, with a makeshift chain, which I later replaced with a better necklace I bought from Pacific Sunwear at my mall. He would rarely be seen without
Why
it.
is its mouth all red?
The following year, he continued to develop the lore around Sonichu, which included creating an offspring for Rosechu called Rosie, and designing an Archie Comics cover for Sonic
Wait.
the Hedgehog versus Sonichu.
Wait. So, Sonny is a pre-evolution of Sonichu, but Rosie is the daughter of Rosechu. So, Rosechu doesn't have a pre-evolution? Then why does Sonichu have one? Why isn't Sonny Sonichu's son? This hurts my brain.
For his mother's 60th birthday, he made her a cake with Sonichu on it. In July,
fuck was
he
wrong with
filmed
that
the City
Sonichu?
of Quickville tour using the stop-motion feature on his Game Boy camera. The town in question was his yet unfinished Quickville made of Lego. He still hadn't settled on a naming system yet, so he spells it in 2 different ways. First with an I, then with an I and a K. The tour is led by
I
a
missed
Lego
it.
incarnation of Christian, and he shows 2 landmarks of the town. The water tower and go-kart pass before the video abruptly ends, possibly due to the Game Boy camera only having the capacity to hold 30 frames at a time. In August, Christian got a job at Wendy's.
Bro, he was ahead of the
mostly
time.
in charge of cleaning trays, tables, and carpet tile
Crazy.
flooring, keeping the place neat and serving the customers with kind, understanding help.
Wait, did I hear that right?
He-
That Wendy's restaurant had carpet? What? Why? What kind of like what? That's a fast food joint, right? Like McDonald's and that? Why does it have carpet? That's so weird. Why I'm watching a person with autism? I don't know why I have autism. Oh, you mean Chris? Oh. Because we're all becoming Christorians, okay? Me and Benny are already Christorians, but everybody, all the PPs need to be Christorians. Okay?
He alleges that he never quite saw eye to eye with his
Bro, I can't
supervisor,
believe
who disagreed with
they put
Chris's way of
carpet.
operating. According
People
to
spill
one supposed
food,
event,
that's gonna be a
he got his
fucking
uniform
nightmare to
dirty,
clean.
and despite it being likely that he could have swapped with a clean spare
Ugh.
at the establishment,
Oh.
he proceeded to continue to work
Touch
with his
me,
Sully
touch my
tire,
butt.
and even attempted to wash it in the bathroom sink. According to Christian, a female coworker gave him a hard time, pelting him with criticisms and insults, perhaps mistaking her constructive criticisms for attacks against his person.
Probably.
He also admitted he took breaks frequently, neglecting other duties. Chris was fired from Wendy's
So he just took
in
breaks
September
whenever he
or
wanted.
October 2001 for a number of possible reasons. One of the most popular
Well, he
motives
ate the
for his
food, too.
dismissal was that he performed a Donald Duck impression to a child at the restaurant, bringing him to tears. In
What?
other accounts, he said that he was
How bad
fired
was it?
after he drew an
Oh,
unflattering
wait.
caricature.
Wait. Do you think he took his pants off? Do you think that's why the child cried? Because Chris took his pants off? And just wore nothing but his shirt? Because why would the child cry? Maybe the child didn't know what it was, maybe. We're still in 2001. This will be long reaction. Bro, this is part 2 of 85. Some of these parts, by the way, are like an hour long. And some are over an hour, right? Oh no, wait, they're all about 40. That one's 50. I swear there was some that were over an hour. Am I crazy? Oh, they're all like in their 40s. The rough time is like 40. Like that's like the average. I could have sworn there was some that were over an hour. Maybe it's the later ones? No. Oh, 85 is over an hour. It's an hour and 12. Huh. But yeah, they're all about 40 minutes each. There's 85 parts.
Of an older
So
female
we're going to be here a
coworker.
while.
His termination was likely a culmination of these events. It was also around this time that Chris ended his weekly calls to Kelly. He gave conflicting reasons for this. He first stated that he suffered from noviophobia,
What
a
is
term
that?
he coined, which he defines as a fear of speaking to a woman who may already be in a relationship, which convinced him that his calls were in vain.
Okay.
Initially, Chris stated that he was told by his mother that Kelly most likely already had a boyfriend, so he might as well quit his attempts. But later, he changed his story, saying that he came to that realization all by himself.
See what I mean?
In other
Chris is not a
retellings, he said that he simply forgot to
reliable
call her
narrator.
one weekend, and after he broke the routine, he didn't want to continue.
touch me.
On February 24th, 2003,
I thought he was kissing the
Christian
camera.
spent a tearful 21st birthday. For some reason, he was kicked out of English class by his male and possibly gay professor. Like many historical accounts of his life, he keeps changing the story.
Possibly
First,
gay.
he said that the class was reading the book Wednesday's Child, which featured an autistic girl. He recounted that he told the professor that he was
Everybody who's
autistic
mean
as
to him
well,
is possibly
which
gay.
resulted in a misunderstanding and Chris being forced to leave the class. Alternatively, he admitted to causing a disruption in class, writing in a report, exclamations you'd likely hear from a black person in church, which prompted his dismissal from the classroom. This ejection further increased his hate for men and gay men in general, and further convinced him of launching a pursuit to find true love.
But he says possibly
In order
gay.
to meet
He
whom he
just
called
thinks
a
he's gay.
boyfriend-free girl, he launched his love quest.
Oh,
However,
here we go.
finding that one special
love
person
quest.
in his life wasn't going to be easy. Christian didn't feel
So
like
it
he had the
begins.
confidence to approach women on his own volition, due to the infinitely high boyfriend factor. This term refers to the very high probability that any girl
boyfriend
to
factor.
whom he spoke already had a boyfriend, making it close to impossible to find his coveted boyfriend-free girl. By extension, every man who already had a girlfriend was
Oh my
thought of
God.
by Chris with seething
These are the
loathing.
greatest episodes. These
With
first
the
ones.
infinitely high boyfriend factor, I'm not fond of about 99.9999999999996% of the total male population, with a margin of error of the 4 billionth of a % for about 100 men, of whom are okay acquaintances. Those doofs get all the luck, having a sweetheart to care for and to be cared from, getting all the hugs, kisses, and emotional
no.
support, and the security of a
Not all the
solid
hugs,
future
kisses, and
without
emotional
loneliness
support.
and with love and children. And besides that, my
what?
autism is not much help on the
Did he just say he wants to make love with children? What did he just say?
and with love and
I need to go back more.
emotional support and the security of a solid future without loneliness and with love and children. And besides that, my autism
What is he trying to say? What is he trying to say? You get all the luck having sweethearts to care for and to be cared from, getting all the hugs, kisses, and emotional space emotional support, and the security of a solid future without loneliness. Oh, is he trying to say like they can have children with them? My autism is not much help on the programming of my mind? You know what this reminds me of? I think I need this clip. I will find it. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. We need this. Okay, you ready? Where is it? There it is.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but
you remain one.
That's the only way I can explain how I feel after reading this. I still don't understand what he's trying to say.
Autism is not much help on the programming of my mind. Sigh. Oh, my life. To combat his reluctance to approach prospective females, he devised a way in which women would approach him instead.
Is this
the
the Rock?
attraction sign.
Oh no.
Christian created what he called an attraction sign, which was much like a personals ad, but in
This is the
public.
one where he says no blacks?
21 and single white male. Shy, smart, young at heart, computer skilled, humorous, a great thinker and go-getter.
They need computer skills?
Natural salesperson, enjoys good parts of life, diplomatic, friendly, loves his family, peaceful, very creative.
That's him.
He's lonely. Seeking a cute 18 to 21 single female companion, 18 to 21 years of age, does not already have a boyfriend. Single, average to slender weight, body type, white, lives in Charlottesville or Ruckersville area, does not smoke or drink alcohol, happy, positive personality, average high income, drives a vehicle. If any men read this huge sign, mind your own business. And to all men with girlfriends, except marrieds and blacks, go jump off a cliff. Have a nice day. He would hang the sign up at the
so he's not
PVCC lobby
racist.
and would stand or sit beside it in the hopes of attracting
The
potential
black man
mates.
wait.
Based on the attraction sign and later
Wait. Except for marrieds and blacks. They're fine. They don't have to jump off a cliff. Is he saying that because he thinks black men only date black women? And he doesn't want to date black women? Is that why he's saying that? That's the only logical explanation, right? To why he thinks black men are also okay and don't need to jump off a cliff, right? Am I wrong? I need confirmation before I move on. Am I right about that? Because why else would he think black men are fine? I don't know. Okay. I think that's why though. Because he doesn't want married men to jump off a cliff because he was never going to date their women because they married them. For some reason he holds marriage like really high. In really high regard. So that's the only way I can explain why he doesn't want black men. Or is he just trying not to be racist? The more I think about it, the more I'm
comments,
like,
it is clear that instead of finding the love of
Just
his
hurting my
life,
head.
his quest for a sweetheart was more of a quest to
Ow.
lose his virginity and to find a woman to mother him and financially support him.
Already
Just
has
a couple
that.
of months into
He has
his
his
love
mother.
quest, Christian was met with an obstacle. Mary Lee Walsh, the Dean of Student Affairs,
Oh, no,
tore
what a
down
demon.
his attraction sign and allegedly even tore it up in front of him. According to
How
Chris,
could she?
yelled at him in a violent manner and said that his way of doing things would
How
not
could she
get
treat
him
our
a
goddess
girlfriend.
like this?
It is likely that Walsh may have, in fact, taken down his sign and told him that it was
That's
inappropriate,
weird, man.
as his methods were
Who's
akin
weird?
to soliciting sex on campus.
Talking
In
about
any
Chris?
case, he was
This
deeply
is-
disheartened by
How
this
dare you.
event. It literally shattered my
How
heart
dare you.
to almost nothing and
This is our goddess. Okay, this is our goddess, our purple heart. You need to become a Christorian, just like the rest of us, okay? How dare you call her weird? She's not weird, you're weird. You ever think about that? Maybe she's normal, and you're the weird one?
murdered my soul. In response to this attack, Christian made another sign, which was quickly removed in a similar fashion. This was to be the beginning of Christian's make-believe conflict with Mary Lee Walsh
This
that
damn
will haunt
demon.
him for most of his adult life.
She just doesn't want him
As an act of
to have
catharsis,
babies and
Christian
procreate.
wrote a poem called
Christorian?
Saddest Heart in the World.
Yeah. Do you not know what Christorians are? Benny, explain. So I can keep watching the video.
In which he refers to Walsh in the
Explain
most
what a
unkind of
Christorian
light.
is.
Lonesome and sad, lonesome and sad. The mastermind
Wait, what
is
is this?
very bad.
Is this a poem?
In efforts of getting a boyfriend-free gal, that female dog took my only idea for a fall.
He's calling her a
Heartbroken,
bitch.
sad, and very lonely. I may never remove my virginity.
Wait,
On
wait,
April
wait,
10th,
wait,
Chris wrote
wait, did I read that right? Backstreet Boys tune, I sing my lonesome? Is that what that's supposed to be? And then there's the rest of it. There's a whole bunch down here. Wait, is that the... is that the Virgin with Rage song? Is that what that is? Did he write it out? And give it to them? Do I have to explain what a Christorian is? A Christorian is a good way of explaining this. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, Christorians are people who are versed in the history, story, lore of Christian. Born named Christopher Weston Chandler, now Christine Weston Chandler. Where's the Ricardo, Benny? We're supposed to be Christorians here. Wait, does she still add Ricardo now? I don't know if she does. Don't worry, unhappy. You'll get there. We will turn you into a prime example of a Christorian. We're gonna give him his school name here.
Virginity.
Bro, I can't wait until the Virgin with Rage song.
On April 10th, Chris
Greatest
wrote a
song
short
ever.
story called Sonichu and Rosechu, the genesis of the Love Hogs.
The
It
Love
establishes
Hogs?
the origins of Sonichu and Rosechu, and also
Oh, what a
incorporates elements from the Sonic the Hedgehog lore, such as the Chaos Emeralds. In addition, the story features a lovely Pokémon trainer. Her name was Kel, short for Kelly. He published it on his Sonichu
I feel like
site.
Kelly's short enough, is it not?
In June, Christian found work as a salesperson for Cutco, a cutlery retailer. It is unknown whether he actually managed to
You
sell any
bitch.
knives. Later testimonies prove that he was still in
Goddamn
possession
Ziggy
of
game.
unpurchased stock, holding onto some items more than a decade after he was employed. His tenure ended in August, when his boss left the Charlottesville area.
There's some nice looking knives.
In
though.
August, the newly formed band, Christian and the Hedgehog Boys, released their debut album. The band, which was led by Christian, and
Is this
also
it?
featured Sonic, Sonichu, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Black Sonichu,
Isn't Kelly
in fact
short
only
for
existed in
Califa?
Christian's head. The
Exactly.
album entirely consisted of Christian singing melody-free vocals with original lyrics over existing songs being played in the background.
I feel like Kelly's short
The
enough though,
songs
right?
covered a range of topics, such as his search for love in So Need a Cute Girl, based on I Want It
That's
That
it.
Way by the Backstreet Boys.
Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage.
Autism in AUTISM, sung over the Backstreet Boys' Larger Than Life. And his Spanish skills in the Ricky Martin adaptation,
Voice of an Angel.
La Cocina en la Casa de Casanova.
Wait, is that Robbie?
Later that year, Chris wrote another poem, Sonichu's Ode to
Was that
Rosechu,
Robbie?
an attempt at depicting the romantic ties binding Sonichu and Rosechu. Oh Rosechu, you are as beautiful as a rose, though a zapbud is the flower that heals your woes.
Wait, is it bleeding?
He
How
once
dare
again
you?
reinstates his idealized views on relationships
That's how
between
God is.
men and women. If
He has
I
the voice of an
evolve
angel.
into your knight, I will protect you with my lance.
You better get
Speed
used
makes
to
no difference.
the fucking
Though you are slower
I Need
than
a Cute Girl song.
You dance in the
Comes up a
field
lot.
with such grace and style. Sigh.
Same.
The poem closes with possibly
You
the
two
first
just don't know
utterance
good
of a
music
variant of Christian's
when you hear
commonly
it.
used
That's
term,
all it is.
sweetheart. Rosie, as often as birds
You
tweet,
three.
will you be my lovely heart sweet? In October of 2003, Christian
lovely what?
reunited with
Heart
his childhood
sweet.
friend, Sarah, for her birthday. For the special occasion, he made her a present.
So he's a
A
poet as
hand-drawn
well.
comic book detailing the complete history of their life together, entitled
There's
Chris plus
nothing our
Sarah's
goddess
Life
can't do.
Shares. It is from this work of literature that the majority of their interactions with each other has come to be known, including Sarah's supposed childhood
Maybe this
bullying, which
this
then
is the
21-year-old
time.
Chris
The tame
completely
stuff. Oh
neglects.
yeah.
Like most of his
yeah.
creative attempts, it is self.
I should preface this. He will lose your mind when the true batshit stuff happens. Yeah. So what we're watching right now is all the like Benny said, the tame stuff. I think it's around the episode 30 or part 30. I don't know the exact number, but I think it's around 30. There's a character called Blue Spike that comes in. I do think the episode has like a warning at the start about it. Some really, really fucked up shit happens when Blue Spike pops up. So the minute you hear the name Blue Spike, know that some really fucked up shit's gonna happen, right? And then I'm assuming it's got to be near like episode 80, right? When the stuff with his mother happens, right? Because I think that's where he ends it, like near the. This is 3/4 of the stream saying this. You're wrong. What? I'm not wrong. How am I wrong? This stuff's the fine stuff. This stuff's fine. There's nothing wrong with this stuff. So I didn't really need to warn you guys. You need a warning though when it comes to like episode 30-ish. Because yeah, that stuff's fucked. So yeah, this stuff's fine. And then when does he start like talking about dimensions and stuff, Benny? That's got to be like episode 40-ish, 50-ish. Maybe 60s. Maybe in the 60s is when he starts like talking about other dimensions and stuff.
Self-centered, bragging about his accomplishments concerning Sonichu. He also talks about her personal life, including her relationship with her boyfriend. As of sometime before July 2000, Sarah has been living with her boyfriend,
Liquid Chris is the
Wes
best part
Isley,
though.
a magician who does parties. He closes the book with hope for the future. A special note from Christian to Sarah. I hope that we can hang together sometime, but for now and forever, we will always be good friends. To return the sentiment, Sarah decided to spend Christmas with the Chandlers, which delighted Chris.
The original troll.
Nintendo.
On November 22nd, 2003, Christian filmed a documentary of his activities in the game
Here we
Animal
go.
Crossing on the Nintendo GameCube,
It's the origin.
which he then sent to Nintendo for consideration. Chris narrates this hour-long tour of two of his self-made towns, Quickville and Quick City. Since the documentary features a video game player narrating his activities while playing a game, this possibly makes Chris the first ever Let's Player in the modern understanding of the word.
Boom. Our goddess creates everything. Did you hear that? Chris invented Let's Playing. They're the origin for everything.
Hello, Nintendo. Welcome to my Animal Crossing for Nintendo GameCube. I am your host.
Is Animal
My
Crossing
name
good?
is Christian Weston Chandler.
I never played it.
I live in Ruckersville, Virginia. And I is 21 years old. And I play because
I
I'm
is
young at
21
heart.
years old.
So anyway, we're going to take a tour of my city.
Like everything he produces, it includes
This is
Sonic
someone who
Shoe.
went to college
Anyway,
and studied
stepping out
English.
is my character, Sonichu. He's
Seriously,
wearing the
bro?
clothes with
Yeah.
the character on it. Like I said, you might remember his face.
It's pretty nice, is it?
And
I've
there's
never
his
played
actual
it.
face. You remember the rest of his body, you see the whole picture.
Chris performs a spontaneous rendition of
But
Yellow
yeah,
is
this
a
is-
Mellow
this is
Color off the Sonic and the Hedgehog
the
Boys
first
album.
Let's Play.
Yellow is a mellow color.
Technically.
This is a mellow color. Sonichu's absolutely
So
mellow color.
that's where it all starts.
Yeah.
He
He
also
invented
treats the
PewDiePie?
audience with a performance of So Need a Cute Girl.
Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. Tell me why I still need a cute girl my age. Tell
love
me
it.
why I ain't never
Voice of
wanna
an angel.
hear you say I have a boyfriend. And that was inspired by a real thing.
He previews the in-game diary that he keeps.
No way.
As for a
Was
monthly journal
inspired?
entry here in November. Yeah, I tried to get a girlfriend because I don't have a girlfriend. But I have made up a poem. Let you guys read it.
Could you guys have guessed that he didn't have a
Alright.
girlfriend?
Scroll down a little bit as we go along.
I know it's difficult.
It's a very good poem because I am an artist as well as a poet. I make a rhyme every time.
He proceeds to give a tour of his bedroom.
This is my bedroom. It's a
Does
lot
he
of
like
fun, isn't it?
rhyme-
'Cause I like
does
to
he
make
just
things
like
fun
rhyming
since, you
words?
know, I'm young at heart.
As he unwittingly transfers his hoarding habits into a virtual environment, his bedroom in Animal Crossing closely replicates his real-life counterpart.
Oh my god.
Chris
He's
goes
hoarding
outside
habits into
and
a
comes
virtual.
across several characters who all seem to run back
Where he
indoors
hoards in a
at the
game
very
too.
sight
That's
of him.
that's
Around
amazing.
Here, I want to show you my favorite character that I kind of got to know it from the start. Oop, she just went in. There's Anna
That's
Cootie.
right. They all run away
She
from
just
him.
went in. And there's Elmer. He just went in.
He then travels to his house on Quickville
Oh,
Island
bro.
to reveal that he mostly uses the property
They
for
all hate
extra
him so much they're
storage.
running
I
away.
use mine as storage for the extra items I don't have room for.
Can you just
at
sell
home.
them?
Yeah, I got
Hell, you
mine.
could sell shit
He
in that
reasserts
game.
his brand loyalty for
doesn't he
Nintendo
just sell
and
'em?
decries their competitors.
Speaking of which, you should make this Sonic Heroes should be Nintendo GameCube exclusive because
Oh, yeah.
Xbox and PlayStation
That
2
reminds me.
might be
I downloaded the Sonic game yesterday. That I forgot what the name was already. What was it, Benny? That one we talked about yesterday? I forgot what it's called. Anyway, I downloaded it. So the next time we watch Chris, we might play Sonic. I think I have to create a character, I think. So, right? I think that's how that game goes, right? Make a character and then you play the game? So yeah, we can play Sonic while we do it.
is the same as
While we
yours.
watch some
They
Chris.
both stink. Yeah, I do not even own them. I don't even want them. That goes double for the
Like I calling him a
PS1
boot
as
sniffer?
well. But if you want to know my game systems, I had my GameCube for about almost a year and a half now. Got on
Rubbish.
May 31st, 2002.
Oh.
I got your SNES, Nintendo 64, NES. I got the
I don't remember
Genesis
what it's called.
301
Sonic
with the original
something.
Genesis, 32X, and Sega CD.
The one where you create a character
as well
or whatever.
as Sega Dreamcast and the Sega Saturn. So I got mostly all of them.
I'm thinking of
I've been a
Googling
Sonic
whatever
fan
the
forever, and that's
like
why I'm
Googling
glad
the best
that
Sonic
came
game.
to Nintendo.
He mentions
I'm
that he
playing that
likes
as
to
well.
keep his surroundings clean
I don't
by
really play
picking
Sonic,
weeds.
so I don't
Oh, wait,
know.
look at this. There's a weed. I pick weeds. Keeps my
Have I ever
town
played a
clean
Sonic game?
as
I'm
well
trying
as
to think.
quick see.
I think I
He
played the
also
old
likes
one
to
on
keep
64.
Another weed.
Or
Why
whatever
you
it
know
was,
about that?
you know, the old one. I think I played that one.
I usually like to run.
Maybe
it keeps,
once.
It keeps me going faster.
He introduces the viewers to his character, Crystal.
Anyway, this is Crystal. She's wearing the rose chew look. There's a zap button on
Wait,
the
does he
door.
mention
I've
it?
got Sonichu's rose chew's mug right here.
Near the end, Chris proclaims that he is high-functioning autistic.
And,
Okay,
to
so
answer
he
the all
doesn't
important
mention
question,
that he wants to have a daughter named
What
Crystal
is the
yet.
meaning of HFA with the two red eyes?
Have
I will tell you.
fucking ass.
Got that? That means high functionally autism because that's why I am.
High
I'm
funk
functionally
autism.
autistic.
What?
I may have autism, but since I'm high functional,
But it's high funk. It's
I
all
do
good.
I can
He has
do a
high
lot of
funk
things. I
autism.
mean, otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do this documentary I'm doing right now.
Documentary. What?
But anyway, for the
High
submission
functioning?
of
No, it
Nintendo
said high
Power.
funk.
This has been a documentary narrated by Christian
His
Weston
autism
Chandler.
is funky.
Thank you very much, and I hope that you will consider this for publication. Bye now.
What? Oh, that's right. He was sending it to Nintendo. I forgot why we
Christian
were
started
even...
2004
why he
with
was
a
even
New
doing
Year's
that.
resolution to find a girlfriend. On January 3rd, he drew a Sonichu comic strip, which also featured Rosechu and Black Sonichu. This was the first time he included
So I'm
his
funky?
characters
Probably.
in an illustrated storytelling setting.
I mean, I'm kind of funky.
On the 6th, he went to get an eye exam.
Oh,
The
bro, I hate this
optometrist in
fucking
question
shit.
happened to be Dr. David Chandler, Chris's brother from Bob's first
Ah,
marriage,
yeah,
who
there he
informed
is.
him for the
There he is. So we do see his brother. We just don't see his sister. But I think this is the only mention of his brother, though, right? A funky monkey. That could be. Bro, the eye exam things, I hate them so much because I have to do this thing, and then they have this other thing where they shine light in my eyes, and it fucking sucks. And it's because like I'm really sensitive to light, so they do that to see how sensitive I am, and if it's gotten worse. And then there's another thing I have to do for my colorblind stuff as well. It takes so long every time I get my eyes checked. It fucking sucks.
first time that he had an 8-year-old niece named Savannah. On January 18th, he wrote Hard Love Quest, a poem concerning his difficulties in finding a boyfriend-free girl. Without girlfriend love, he feels an older age, as he is
Without
still
girlfriend
stuck as a
love.
virgin with
What?
rage. He searched low and high to the end. The only delay is the fear of being already beaten by a boyfriend. On January 31st,
Come on,
Christian
Gino, you're
wrote
supposed
in
to
his
shout
diary,
that. It's all in caps.
Well, it's the end of another month, and I still don't have a girlfriend. Maybe my latest idea, the Sonichu's News Dash newsletter, will make the ladies take notice of me. The newsletter in question was an outlet for Christian's creative ideas concerning Sonichu and his poetry. Issue 1 featured a couple of skits starring Sonichu, the poem Saddest Heart in the World, and a personal ad for himself, which was not unlike his attraction sign. Christian is a very shy and very thoughtful person and will only accept person-to-person encounters. When getting his attention, approach and say hi to him. Do not flirt from a distance. He will not be able to notice. To find Christian,
Bro, the
he'll
way
be
he
wearing
talks,
the Sonichu
he
medallion.
fucking talks as if he's like an animal.
In addition to posting a digital copy onto his website, he distributed printed copies of the newsletter around PVCC campus as an alternative
Wait,
to
but
his
how does that
attraction
work?
sign.
Because doesn't he have links?
This must have caught the attention of Mary Lee Walsh.
Am I crazy? Did that thing not have links? Yeah, it does. There's links. And well, nah, he is a creature. You know, he's an eldritch abomination. No, we can't understand him properly because it's our goddess. She's a goddess, okay? We can't understand things we can't comprehend, okay? And the gods, they're just different.
Who issued a cease and desist order. In an email dated February 1st, Chris tried to settle out of court. Mary, I've slept on it, and I've realized that note hanging is not the way to get attention.
I've slept on
And I
it.
don't really want to meet with either you nor Susan. No offense.
Wait, they took it to
I'll tell you
court?
what, let's forget.
Wait, what? Did I hear that right? Wait, hold on.
Of Mary Lee Walsh, who issued a cease and desist order. In an
I thought it meant like a cease and desist order in the school, right? I thought she got the principal to be like, tell him like to stop doing that. I didn't realize she took him to court for hanging up notes. That's so strange.
an email dated February 1st, Chris tried to settle out of court. Mary,
Yeah,
I've slept
what?
on it, and I've realized that note
She
hanging
took him-
is not
she
the way
took
to
him
get
to
attention.
court.
And I don't really want to meet with either
Holy
you
shit.
or Susan. No offense. I'll tell you what, let's forget the meeting, and if you will allow my newsletter to stay in
This is what I've
distribution,
been waiting for?
I will do all of the following.
Oh, bro, if you want
I will never
court
hang
stuff,
notes on
he
the
goes to
wall
court
again.
multiple times,
I'll consider
except he
stopping
never
my
gets in
silence
trouble for
treatment
anything.
On Susan. I'll consider knocking you and Susan up my scale of respect, each by 2 points. 0 equals no respect, 10 equals respect.
Wait, 2 points.
Walsh
So
replied
what would they
and
be, 2?
insisted that they meet the following week. On February 9th, Christian
should yell
recounted
at
the
him some
events
more.
of that meeting. Mary Lee Walsh
Here
made
we
it
go.
illegal to distribute the news dash.
Made it
I
illegal.
am very angry at that XXXXX. In response,
BITCH. It's got to be bitch, right? Right? But why wouldn't he just say female dog? Because he's been calling her female dog this entire time. Is he that mad that he had to write this?
I plan to incite the masses and hope they demand the return of the news dash so my chances on getting
Incite
a
the
girlfriend can be
masses.
restored. I have also declared war on them as well. It was
They're
allegedly
fucked now.
during this meeting where he performed his Kamehameha attack, which consisted of
yes!
Chris mimicking the hand motion of an attack move from the anime series Dragon Ball Z and cursing people into experiencing bad
Bro.
luck. However, it is not certain
I think I've said this before, Benny, but at some point, if we get like the thing that Twitch has, where like bits, notifications, and stuff like that, Kershi Hami Hami Ha is going to be one of them. It has to be, because it's the best thing ever.
whether he was inspired by the original occurrence of the Kamehameha or its parody featured in another anime, Excel Saga, to which Chris has definitely been exposed. In March,
Wait,
Chris
what?
claimed that the kerfuffle concerning
Oh no, he's
Walsh
been
got his
exposed to
parents upset
anime.
too.
He's
That
ruined.
XXXXX Mary Lee Walsh got on my and my parents' nerves. All I'd been doing was trying to get a girlfriend. Is that too much to ask? I am very devastated due to my shattered heart that XXXXX caused unto me. My life sucks. Completely disregarding her demands, he published issue 3 of Sonichu's
Bro,
News
you can
Dash,
tell, like,
with most of the content themes
see more
remaining
links.
unaltered.
More links. Oh, my dog farted. That stinks. You could tell that he's like. Yes, it is. It's not anime's fault. Don't blame anime. I watch anime. Anime's great. I'm not weird. You could tell that he's like. He's definitely like. How do I explain this? The way his brain is, he's definitely like. In his brain, he's younger than what he is. Does that make sense? What's a better way of saying that? Because like if we go back. Wait, what? Oh, I'm over there. Whoops.
Altered.
We go back.
My life sucks. XXX to ask.
Like just from the way like this is written, right? And it ends with "My life sucks." It's written like a child. Like you would think like a teenage boy wrote this, right? Not someone that's in their 20s. Can we have the Shrek Christian scream? Oh, the rah! Yeah, probably. We can have whatever we want when we get there. We'll not use that while you play horror games. Well, it's a rare occasion when I do play horror games. So what I meant. What I mean? Oh, what do you mean? But yeah, like he seems like in his brain he's more of like still a teenager. Does that make sense? Even though he's in his 20s. And I feel like it takes Chris till he's like in his 30s to start actually acting like an adult in a way. So I feel like his mental capacity is behind. Is that a good way of saying it? I feel like that's probably a good way of saying it.
I'm very devastated due to my shattered heart that XXXXX caused unto me. My life sucks. Completely disregarding her demands, he published issue 3 of Sonichu's News Dash, with most of the content themes remaining unaltered. However, his requirements for a boyfriend-free girl were tweaked a little bit.
They were
He was
tweaked.
now looking for 18 to 22-year-olds, since he had just turned 22 himself.
An autistic person watching the life of an autistic person, truly a moment for the ages. Well, there's multiple. Unhappy, don't you have autism as well? Does it? How many people in here has autism? So it's more than one. Wait, what did I just do? Oh no, I broke something. Oh no, I found it. It's all good, I found it. Me? Yeah, all of you have autism. Agree with me. Am I your goddess? Chris is my goddess. Am I your goddess?
Himself.
Is that how this works?
In May of 2004, Nintendo Power magazine published an article highlighting
I don't
Christian's
dance.
Animal
You
Crossing
do.
video, referring
I shall
to
bestow it
Chris
upon you.
only as Sonichu. Simply
With
amazing.
my
There's no
goddess
other way
powers.
to describe what we've received from Sonichu of Quickville, a full video documentary that walked us through his daily life. His opulent manor contained every manner
Yes,
of
you do.
furniture.
Yeah, I do.
Quickville's landscape was filled
I
to
have
the
it.
bursting point with all the animals who'd moved to his well-tended town.
I
And
shall-
Sonichu
I
has
shall bestow
customized
it upon
everything
all of you.
about his town. Even many villagers
Good
have
enough
followed
for-
his bold trends, wearing
They
the
give you
patterns
autism?
he has created.
This
This
is
apparently
not
got
a
the
request.
attention of PBCC's newspaper, The
I shall
Forum,
force it
which
upon you.
featured Christian and Sonichu
Like
in an
all for one
exclusive report.
from My Hero Academia.
PBCC student Christian
Touch your
Chandler
faces
has
and, like,
dedicated many hours to his
force you
pastime.
to have it.
He is the creator of Sonichu, the electric hedgehog Pokemon. Like Sonic, Sonichu can run at high speeds. During Supersonic's battle against the perfect Chaos Monster, Sonic Adventure DX for
Supersonic?
GameCube,
Oh,
Supersonic was
yeah.
spat out by
That
the
reminds me, that Sonic game had DLC and I downloaded it all because it was free. I think Supersonic was one of them. We're gonna have so much fun with that Sonic game.
monster and collided with a bystanding Pikachu, Chandler explained. According to this story, the power from the Chaos Emeralds transformed Pikachu
Oh, I was
into
wondering why he was
Sonichu.
calling him Chandler.
Chandler and the world he created for
That's because
Sonichu were
that's what's
featured
written.
in the May 2004 issue of Nintendo Power. The place is called Quickville. The Quick prefix are his
Oh,
initials,
the Nintendo
Christian
Powers.
Weston Chandler. Nintendo Power was apparently impressed with Chandler's work. During all this rigmarole, he continued to publish
I
his
guess I'm
news
old
dash,
since I remember
but he
the Nintendo
updated his
Power.
personal contact information to include a link to
They
his
still do it?
Match.com profile, which he created to aid in his
I
love
assume they
quest.
don't.
It was also around this time that he opened a MySpace account. I enjoy
MySpace.
drawing, listening to music, playing video games, and
I remember
TCG.
MySpace.
I also like anime, Legos, and I love my parents. I also enjoy web design.
Wait, Chris
He
has a
proceeds
friend
to list
then.
all the gaming consoles
Because we
in
all
his
we all became
possession,
friends with
finishing
Tom
with the Pokemon catchphrase.
when we got MySpace.
Gotta catch 'em all.
That means
Interestingly,
Chris has
he
a
listed
male
his
friend.
occupation as student/cartoonist. He explores his most desperate
Cartoonist?
desires in his blurb. I am a bit shy, but I would enjoy the company of a beautiful girl who likes some of the things I do.
It's so cartoonist would imply that you draw cartoons, right? The cartoons are like animated. What? So what would you be called if you draw comics? Comicist? Is there a word for it? Is it just artist? What is someone? Wait, I'm googling it. What is someone called if they draw comics? What is someone who draws blood called? What? No thanks. Comics called. Are these called? They're called a cartoonist. Ah. So, are comics cartoons? Then why are they called comics? A cartoonist is a visual artist who specializes in both drawing and writing cartoons. Are comics cartoons? Comics? Comics literature. That's pretty funny. Comics cartoons. Comic is a medium employing panels to tell it. I know what a comic is. Whereas a cartoon is a style, usually recognized as whimsical in nature, with exaggerated elements. Okay, so like this is confusing to me, right? Because you have manga, but then the people who draw manga are called mangaka, right? Because they draw manga. But then the way this is talking about it, they're saying a comic is a medium, where it means that some people some people could create comics and be a cartoonist because cartoonist is a style. Does it mean mangaka is a style? Would that mean that you could be a comic writer? You can make comics, but as a mangaka? Am I thinking too deep into this? What are all the styles of like art? Because like cartoonish style. Yeah. So that would imply that there's other styles of art, right? As you are. This hurt my brain. So that means that not all comics are cartoons. And cartoons can't be comics? Because comics... You thinking too hard? I think I am. Okay. Because, like, the way that Christian draws his stuff is more akin to comic books. So that means he can be a cartoonist.
I also like
Fair
to have
enough.
fun when I can, and I don't really like to be alone.
That satisfies my
I graduated
brain
from high
enough.
school on the honor roll, and I'm doing very well at PVCC. A lot of men make false promises to their girlfriends, but I am totally different. When it
Penis,
comes to what
vagina,
I can offer, I can
butt
seriously
culture.
promise care, respect, empathy, and love. I think that most girls deserve the world, and I would do my best to give it to them. In May 2004, he attended the Anime Mid-Atlantic Convention for the first time, where he met notable voice
Whoa.
actress Monica Rial.
Monica
She
Rial
also
was
sings
so
opera
white.
very nicely,
Bro, she's-
and she is a very nice,
I didn't think anyone
fun,
could be
and
whiter
sweet
than
person
Chris.
to hang around with. She sure made my day a sweet one. In
Wait.
Sonichu's News Dash, issue 5, he
Benny, who was the one that had allegations against Vic Mignogna? Was it that one? It was Monica something, right? Was it her? That was the voice actor of Bulma. I don't know her name. Okay, let's Google it. I think it was her, right? I feel like it was her. Bulma, English voice actor. Yeah, Monica Rial. It was her. Funimation in-house English dub. Bulma is voiced by Tiffany Volma in the original Dragon Ball series. After Volma retired from... Okay, yeah, so it's Monica Rial. So it was that woman. Bro, she looks completely different in this picture compared to what we just saw. That was Kai voice actor? Oh, what? Tiffany Volma? It's saying it was the original Dragon Ball series. So that would, to me, that sounds like Dragon Ball. After Volma retired from voice acting, she was replaced by Monica Rial starting from Dragon Ball Z Kai. Oh, that's what he's saying. Has two dubs, normal and Kai. Okay. But then Monica Rial, it sounds like Monica Rial is now just Bulma. Like in Super and all that as well. Right? I just found G-Max Snorlax. That's cool. Is it shiny? If it's shiny, it sucks. It's not worth it. Bro, she's 51? What? Okay, but so... That was the one, right? You suck? I don't suck. You suck. I mean, sometimes I do, but not all the time. Vic Manana? That's how you spell Manana? Mignana? I don't know yet. I love Shiny Snorlax though. Yeah, Shiny Snorlax is great. Is he still Is he still working, or is he just fucked? Oh, upcoming. He has 6 upcoming. I mean, I liked him as Edward. I didn't... Did I even watch the Broly movie? I don't even know if I watched the Broly movie. Oh, he was in the Naruto game. Naruto X Boruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm. Who was he? Nagato? Young Obito Uchiha? Obito Berserk. Who is Nagato? Wait. Isn't Nagato... No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, that's not Nagato, that's Pain slash whatever the fuck his name is. His original name, I don't remember. I was thinking of someone else. Okay, so he's done things, so he isn't like fucked. Do we need to watch a video on Vic Mignogna? Benny? At some point? Oh, bro, Vic Mignogna's 62. Holy shit. Bro, he's looking good for 62. What? He's a handsome man. Are you going to do the shiny hunts in the wild area? Oh, we're going to do a Masuda hunt. So I'm going to Masuda hunt the, what's it called? The, Drampa. I'm going to Masuda hunt Drampa. So that'll be the one and only shiny we get in the wild area. Because I want to try different, methods. So we're going to fish. We're going to do chain fishing at some point. I'm going to Masuda hunt. We're doing this. We're going to do is it even a method? I don't even know if it's a method. But inside the fire gym, you can get shiny in there as well. Now you have to catch or defeat the Pokemon in that area. You can shiny hunt in there. So we're going to shiny hunt in there as well. Yeah, we're doing a whole bunch of different ways. Curry hunt? Maybe not that, because I'm not good at doing curry things. And I don't know how it works. I'll Google it. We'll see. I might end up doing it. But yeah, Betty, didn't you say that the claims against Vic were false or something?
Introduces 3
So should I watch like a
Sonichu
video
characters.
about that?
Christian Sonichu, based on himself.
Because I just heard
Wesley
about it. I didn't
Sonichu,
really
his
look into
rival, who's based on Sarah Hammer's boyfriend, Wes Isley, and Sarah Hammer Rose Chu, obviously named after Sarah herself.
Sarah Hammer Rose Chu, bro, what a
In
name.
June, to celebrate the
It just
24-year
proven?
wedding anniversary of
Is
his
there a
parents,
video?
Chris made them a present.
'Cause
a
I'll watch
dramatic
it.
retelling of the family's life via Animal Crossing. Through this
But I thought,
videographic
like- wait, hold
endeavor,
on.
he delves deep into the family.
I thought like a bunch of like male voice actors came out against him too. Or something. Because I know the main one was Monica, right? And then there was like a male voice actor or something that backed her up or something. Wasn't there? Am I wrong? I didn't look into it, so all my knowledge on it is like from clips and stuff and other people talking about it. I never watched like a full video on it either. So if you have a video, next time we're doing a
Family's
reaction,
history.
send it.
Hi, Mom and Dad. How you doing? This is my little present for y'all. A little
Because I'll watch it.
documentary for y'all. Here in Animal Crossing for Nintendo GameCube. About how y'all were.
Because I don't know, all the clips I had
and
seen of
y'all
Vic,
now, and
he
so
seemed
forth.
like really genuine
So,
and nice.
take a trip back in time with me, won't you?
So
As
when
we
it came out, I was
explore,
like, oh,
how
that's
kids we
sad.
were. Of course, first we'll travel back in time to the time of good old Robert Franklin Chandler Jr. He was a hip youngster back in his day. Let's take a look inside his chateau.
On top of that, I really liked his performance
see what
as Edward.
describes him as him.
Because he was Edward, right? In
collects records. And
Full
he's got
Metal
lots
Alchemist
of them. He's
Brotherhood.
got so many shells. He likes Palmer record case. Yeah.
Chris reveals that Bob has Cherokee ancestry.
He was born in Cherokee in Texas. Actually, he was like 1/16 Cherokee. But that's why we have this totem pole here. This Chinese lion here.
Whoop. What a fun noise. Whoop.
That's he's been to Korea.
Bro, his hat is the same as the
World
lamp.
War II, I believe it was. And he got Conduct Medal of Honor, which that's what this is right here.
He performs the same type of tour for Barbara.
But
I only heard half
she
of
went
that.
to school, and she worked hard. And see
The music
these,
was too loud.
shirt here, that's her school colors, blue and white, because back in high school, she was a cheerleader. Bum bum, tis boom ba, yay yay, la la la. Hell yeah, she likes the get old stuff as well, so she's got a little tea set here.
It's like a fever dream.
And we got kitchen, fridge, and stove.
What's happening?
Here's a little fan to
Am I
keep
going
cool
insane?
with. Keep food in this little pantry. And she keeps her brooms and mops in the old closet here. Although somebody brought up the mop, somebody wanted to clean up. You put your garbage in the garbage can. And this is the sad part.
Is he describing how things work?
In some places, now, in very few houses nowadays, but what happened in the old days, the bathroom was in the same room as the kitchen. But luckily, we always remember to wash our hands with soap and water. Yeah. Anyway, that's just in the days
Is that
of
true?
old. Nowadays, she does have
That feels unsanitary.
Yeah.
Chris explains how his parents first met.
They met over at May's pub, see. Yeah. Mom was just sitting down with her friend. She was watching Bobby sing up here. And well, she really liked his singing, so as father put it, she went up to him and then as he passed by, changed the thermo.
Yeah, wasn't she like super aggressive and
Anyway,
forward?
she chased him down the hallway. It
Yeah.
cornered him.
Cornered him.
And then after
Yeah,
that,
that's what
they
predators
just
do
talked,
when
so
they find
just,
what they want to eat.
Talked things out and they got to know each other, found common things. Bob, do you take this woman to be your lovely wed wife, to love and hold and cherish and to honor? I do. And do you, Barbara, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love and cherish and to honor forever? I do. I now pronounce you man and wife, you may kiss the bride. Whoopee!
After reenacting their wedding, Christian
Yep, I bet
introduces himself
100%
into the
they said
picture.
whoopee.
But anyway, when first comes love, then comes marriage, then they come along with their baby carriage, and that's where I came in. Born in February 1982 was me.
He gives himself a tour
I don't know
of
why
his
this
own
section
room,
creeps
anyway, this
me
is
out
my
so much.
bedroom.
and
Bro,
then returns to Bob's room.
I feel like I'm going
As a little
insane.
retribution for, how
Like, this
things
feels
were,
like
we're
a
gonna
fever
play
dream. It
little
doesn't feel
number
real.
On the jukebox here. But since we don't have side by side on recording,
The other thing too,
we're gonna play.
he uploaded this and thought, yeah, people want to watch this. People will enjoy this. People need to see this. Like that's probably what his thoughts were when he did it. Which is like, what? Anyone who watches something like this, is something wrong with them. Like, if you're watching this to like sit down and be like, yeah, this is great, I enjoy this. You have issues.
Sitting under the
You
apple
talk to
tree.
someone. These songs copyright. I didn't even think
He
of that until
proceeds
just
to
now.
let the 1942 song "Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree" play in full.
Thank God Gino like sped it up.
And there you have a nice little blast from past.
One of you guys has
And
a
now
shiny
for, my mom
Farfetch.
and dad knows something
Like your
special
channel
for
icon?
this, video. This is
Oh,
my
you
way
mean
of
like
saying
in
happy
the
anniversary to
hunt
y'all.
or whatever? What are they called?
Coming up next.
The adventure?
The video cuts to a drawing
Dynamax
made
Adventure
with
thing?
Mario paint, which says, "To Mom and Dad, happy anniversary. Thank you both for my birth.
Is my
Love,
thing still
Christian C."
far-fetched? I forgot.
In July, Chris began
Yeah?
going to the Charlottesville
Ah, okay.
Fashion Square,
Did I
attraction
change
sign
it to
in
my
hand,
duck?
to seek out fellow mates. Evidently, his current practice did not yield promising results.
Keep it?
As in a diary entry dated August
I mean,
1st,
I'm not too
he
fast.
announced, Well, it's another month.
I
Still
think it's
no
different
girlfriend.
on like everything. I think
But
on
I have a
Twitch
new
it's not even
idea that I'm
far-fetched.
sure will reel in a girlfriend on a
I know on
faithful
Twitter it's not
red
far-fetched.
string.
It's like
The idea concerning red string consisted
that
of
picture
Christian
of
tying a red string
my
to a
mask.
paper heart on which "Pick me up and bring me to my owner" was written. The significance of using a red string was most likely a
wait.
reference to its appearance.
Wait, did I miss it? Is this where he throws the rock at people? I think I missed it.
Dated August 1st, he announced, "Well, it's another month. Still no girlfriend. But I have a new idea that I'm sure will reel in a girlfriend on a fateful red string."
Oh, it is.
The idea concerning red string consisted of Christian tying a red string to a paper heart on which "Pick me up and bring me to my owner" was written.
Oh,
The
it's not the one where he
significance of
throws
using
rocks.
a red string was most likely a reference to its appearance in the anime Excel Saga, and is a well-known symbol
We're getting
in
there,
many
though.
Asian cultures. Christian would throw the heart at prospective partners
Oh, he
and
does
hope that
throw
they
it.
would pick up the heart and follow the red string leading back to him. It cannot be
Work
determined
out.
how
Well,
successful
sucks to
this
suck.
strategy could have been, because just 4 days after he employed the red string of fate, a mall security guard, which Chris referred to as a jerk-off, put an end to it. In August, Chris shifted focus
The
away from
jerk-offs
Pokemon
have
and centered
come
his
into the picture.
attention on Yu-Gi-Oh!, a similarly themed card game. He began making his
Yeah, but
own
Yu-Gi-Oh!
custom
is
cards
better.
and attended his first Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament
The card
at
game
the
Yu-Gi-Oh! is
Place,
better than
where he
Pokemon.
met Megan Schroeder. Over the months of getting to know Megan, I grew
The
fond
source of
her,
all of his pain.
although at that time, and up to now,
She's the
she
one that
wasn't
started it
interested
all.
in a lovely
She's the leader
relationship.
of the
I've bided to
of the
her
trolls.
wishes and requests.
Oh, she's
I
got
am
a cool
truly
Kiss
fond
shirt
of
on
her.
there.
Since he and Megan had Yu-Gi-Oh! As a common interest, Christian only intensified his obsession with the game, creating more and more custom Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, with one depicting
Wait, he spells
Crystal,
jerk-off with a
Christian's
K?
make-believe female twin. He also designed a girlfriend's gift card, on which the illustrated girlfriend looks suspiciously like the sister. On September
Bit
4th,
weird.
Christian reflected on his love quest so far. While I was at the mall for
Wait.
the 8th week today,
Wait. Was his sister called Crystal? Maybe new. Crystal. Yeah, so his sister's... Wait, so... Crystal is his sister. But Crystal's also the name of his child that he wants in the future. But then in this, Crystal's also his girlfriend? I'm confused. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sucks, Pokemon is better. Are you talking about the card game? Or are you just talking about in general? Because Pokemon, like Pokemon games, are better than Yu-Gi-Oh! Except for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist to the Rose. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist to the Rose is so much fun. It's like one of my favorite games. But the card game, Yu-Gi-Oh!'s card game is just way better than Pokemon's. Like their card game is just leaps and bounds better than Pokemon's card game.
also designed a girlfriend's gift card, on which the illustrated girlfriend looks suspiciously like the sister.
So
on
weird,
September
bro.
4th, Christian reflected on his love quest so far. While I was at the mall for the 8th week today, I realized something.
So yeah, like
Since I
Pokemon
have been
games are
using
better.
a sign to state my being single and lonesome
But
towards an 18 to
the
22
Yu-Gi-Oh!
year old
card game is
boyfriend-free
better.
woman, I, in the
There's a
event,
rubbish over
was
there, I
trying to
just saw
sell
it.
myself like a new car. 2 days later, Chris's love
general?
quest was interrupted by a jerk cop.
I'd say
I
they're
told
probably
that
even.
jerk cop off when I
for me.
pulled some of my fun cards
'Cause,
and
like,
told my lonesome virgin story.
In general, right? You gotta put together the card game, the video games, the anime, and then the manga, right? That's in general. And I'd say that they're probably even in terms of enjoyment. Like if you go in general, because I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime is better than the Pokemon anime by far. But the Pokemon games are better than the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games by far. The Pokemon manga is better than the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga, because in the Pokemon manga, They actually like kill people and shit. And there's like terrorists and that. It's amazing. But then the card game, Yu-Gi-Oh is just better.
Intimidated him
So I'd
and
put
shouted
them
no
probably
into
even.
his face. In short, today was my Independence Day, but I am still alone. On September 11th, his search for love took a turn for the worst.
Also,
was
I
not
think Digimon's
bothering
better than
anyone at the
Pokemon.
mall today while I was trying to sell myself when I got arrested for trying. I fortunately did not go to jail, but I have been stripped of my right to go to the mall by myself. I would be required to bring my mom or dad with me. My independence and my soul were practically murdered.
See what I mean? He talks like
Chris's
a
run
child.
of misfortune climaxed when
My
only
soul
5
was
days
murdered
later,
because
the
I can't
school
go to the
board
mall.
of PVCC suspended him for 1 year. My dad is bloodthirsty for revenge as well. He's going to write to U.S.
Like-
President George W. Bush Jr.
If Digimon had shinies, I would 100% shiny hunt Digimon over Pokemon. Or like, what would Digimon even do? They wouldn't be able to do shinies, right? Maybe they do like Digimon that are slightly different. Like maybe like an Agumon who has horns instead. Maybe that could be like their type of shiny. But if they had something similar to shiny hunting, I'd be playing Digimon. Like Digimon's designs and everything are just way better. I just think Digimon's cooler. Do you agree, Benny? Someone has to agree with me. I know Benny likes Digimon. Also, I can't wait till the new Digimon game comes out.
and Laura Bush
I want to play it so
to help me
bad.
get allowed back to PVCC. We all cursed to death upon that XXXXX Mary Lee Walsh. In conjunction with his suspension, he was required to take anger management classes, get a
that'll help.
psychological evaluation, and receive social skills counseling. 10 days after the event, he lamented over his inability to go to PVCC or the mall.
What is
and
social
confessed that he
skills
would be
counseling?
asking for a girlfriend this Christmas.
Would that even help?
Despite his bans from the college and the fashion square, he decided to continue with his search for a boyfriend-free girl,
What would you even
but
do then? Would you
relocated
just
to
talk
the
to them?
University of Virginia's campus to do so. However, this move wasn't for long, as Christian was allowed back to the fashion square in November. Regardless, he went back to UVA for a different kind of engagement, in the form of a mandatory psychiatric evaluation.
Oh, here we go.
There are more of such documented examinations in existence, but this is the only one so far which has been made public.
Okay.
Mr. Chandler says that since finishing high school
like Pokemon
and
better.
starting at
Fair
PVCC
enough.
in the year 2000, he has had an increasing interest in a
Have
female
you played
companion.
some of the Digimon games?
His attempts at this ultimately led to his
Or
suspension
watched the
from
Digimon
college.
anime?
His attempt took the form of a sign, which he placed next to himself while sitting in the lobby at Piedmont. This sign was a list of qualifications that a potential girlfriend would have. He said that he has been very frustrated by his inability to find a girlfriend, and he suffers from noviophobia. This refers to his frustration that females often tell him that they
Well-
already have a boyfriend. While he does have physical attraction towards females, his primary frustration
Well, if he wasn't so fucking picky, then he probably would be able to find a girl. He's super picky, right, about the type of girl he wants. If he chose like a girl who is like slow in the mind, as he puts it, I feel like they would probably have a lot in common and get along very well. But instead, no, he wants a girl who's not. And, well, the sounds of it, they have to be fucking perfect.
frustration is with his lack of companionship. The report mentions his medical record and earlier evaluations. He has already undergone psychological evaluation by Robin Hawks at the Center of Learning Potential. The recommendation concerning Mr. Chandler's
Center
emotional
of Learning
status
Potential?
is that
What
he
does that mean?
seek psychiatric and psychological treatment. The psychologist felt
In
that
the anime,
counseling
never
and
got
medication
Digimon?
would possibly address his obsessive thought
Like you
pattern
don't-
and
you just
assist him
never got
with
into it?
social skills.
Fair
She
enough.
also recommended anger management training. The analysis also
Yeah,
comments
I
on
loved it
Christian's
from the start.
appearance and demeanor in the session.
My favorite
The
is
patient is a
Digimon
mildly
Frontier, though.
overweight, white male, wearing blue jeans and a shirt. He was also wearing a makeshift necklace that has a large plastic medallion in the shape of a Pokemon character's head.
Pokemon.
He also had a number of Shrinky Dink
Oh
decorations
my god, it literally says
attached to this
Pokemon.
necklace. He had a large backpack that he carried with him
The video is
and
ending.
had a notebook containing a large number of drawings. His speech was somewhat nasal.
The Digimon
with
games were
frequent
really
awkward
hard. I
laughing
think that's
during his
why.
sentences. His speech was
What else
fluent.
made me like Digimon a lot?
His responses were appropriate
Because the old
to
Digimon
questions
games were
posed to
super
him.
difficult.
Overall, the volume of his speech was slightly elevated, although his tone was generally pleasant and almost jovial. His thought processes were linear and logical. He was somewhat concrete, especially regarding social interactions. He seemed to have a good insight into his limitations. The attending physician offers up his final
No, it
verdict.
doesn't.
Folstein's score was
That
30
was
out
wrong.
of 30, with his sentence being, "Uncle Spunky is a really funky monkey." Mr. Chandler is a 22-year-old man
What does
with a
that
history
mean?
of developmental delays and autism. Despite these limitations,
Never
he
understand
seems
it?
to have been
What,
quite
Digimon?
successful in maximizing his academic abilities.
Respect your
He is
opinion.
left, however,
I respect
with a
yours.
severe degree of social awkwardness and seems to have good insight into this.
I don't
He's
know. At
left
some point,
feeling
we will.
somewhat frustrated as he
Like
has
when
a
the
strong
next, the
desire
new
for
Digimon game comes out,
companionship.
I'm playing it.
Although his social limitations
stream.
prevent him from being able
I don't
to
care what the
realize
fuck
this
you guys
in the way
say. I'm
which he
playing
would
it
like.
and finishing it.
The patient doesn't seem to pose a
Streaming all
significant
of it.
threat to himself
Every
or
other time I
anyone
play
else.
Digimon, no one wants to watch it.
After the evaluation, Chris carried on with life, much like before, with neither him nor his parents making any significant effort to change his ways. But Christmas was soon approaching, and maybe Santa would bring him a girlfriend like he
What a
wished,
weird belt
who
buckle.
could right all his wrongs and change his life for the better.
Bro, isn't this the most beautiful woman you've ever seen? End of part 2. Well, okay, we're up to part 3 now. But that'll do it for today with reacting. Where is it? Minimize this. Boom, there we go. Then we'll go like this. I think I'll get to... Let's get to 50? What? Okay, calm down. We'll get to 50. And then I'll end stream. How about that? Oh, also, maybe... Wait, hold on. No, that's the wrong one. This one. Boom. Okay, here we go. Before we, like, turn it over, we just need to play this again.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but
you remain one.
Yep. Do we have to end every Christian thing with that? Because that's how I feel. I should just end every stream like that. I feel like you guys all probably feel dumber after watching me stream, right? Ugh. And so our journey begins on becoming Christorians. Oh. Come here. Touch me. Hey, what do you guys want tomorrow for tomorrow's stream? Should I stream The Walking Dead? Because I got that. We can start that, the Telltale thing. Is that technically a horror? It'd have to be, right? Because it's like zombies. Is there such thing as like a light horror? Like a horror that's not, like horror game or horror movie that's not super horror? But it's just like light? I don't want to Google it. I'm Googling it. You guys can't stop me. Light horror? Oh my god, it is a phrase. Light horror movies. Interesting. Very light horror recommendations. So it is a thing. Is it so is the Walking Dead Telltale thing technically like light horror? Because I feel like it's probably not like super scary, right? But it probably just has like its moments. Also, would you guys be? I was thinking about it yesterday. Making like a, whoop, don't touch me. Making like a scene where I can just put the video. So like, kind of like how this is, right? Except take away where the Pokemon is and put the video there. Something similar to that. Where instead of me playing a game while reacting, we just react to the video. What do you guys think? Because the only reason I ask is probably because like playing the game is probably distracting for people who just want to see the reaction. I would say that I am just a duck. Come here, skunk. Maybe I do a poll. Also, Benny, Pokemon won, clearly, because I'm playing it, but it didn't win as much as I thought it would. I thought it would be like super one-sided. Like I thought it'd be like 80% or like 90%. You know what I mean? But what is it now? I don't know if anyone's changed their votes. But what is it now? It is currently... Yeah, there's like 78% to 22%. And that's 9 votes, which means like what, 2 people voted for WoW? 3 people? 2. I think 2. So I didn't lose as much as I thought it would. Are you guys still here? Everyone went quiet now that I'm not reacting anymore. I'm all alone. You've all left me. I need to figure out what my autistic talents are. Oh. Hey, I just noticed this thing has a butt for a face. None of the above. Fair enough. Does anyone else see it now? I didn't see it until just a minute ago. It has a butt for a face. Finger butthole. Hey Benny, do you still like Vic Mignogna? Or is it like complicated? Out of all the shinies, I think this one has the best shiny. This thing. Out of the, what is there, 5? Out of the 5 shinies I have listed there. Oh, Trubbish. God damn it. Shine for me. I would like a Garbodor. This puppy is intimidating my sheep. Oh, you bitch. I already have you shiny. Go away. Stop touching me. Keeps touching me. I think Growlithe's the thing I want the least. Yeah, Growlithe's the one I want the least. I'll use any of the other ones. But I think Growlithe's the one I keep fighting the most of. So it's most likely going to be the one we get. Actually, in saying that, it might not be, because we did somehow manage to get Zigzagoon on Route 2. Which was, I think, the uncommon. So, never know. Hey, do you think you could eat a pine cone and, like, not get sick? Or do you think if you ate a pine cone, it would make you ill? Because a pine cone's like a seed, right? Is it a seed that makes you sick? I'm not saying I'd eat a pine cone, but like, I am curious on what it tastes like. Okay, one more encounter. What's it gonna be? Bro, I just realized I'm wearing the cool jacket with the poison stuff on it. One more. Yep. That means I have to get a poison type, right? You're not a poison type. Sag. Bro, we're at 650 encounters already. Doesn't feel real. I'm so tired. Hopefully I can sleep today. Oh, fuck yous. Okay, well, I'm saving over near this fucking Pokemon Center. Keep going. Nah, I'm way too tired. I'm surprised we got through two videos of Christian. I haven't slept yet. So yesterday's stream, I'll explain it. In yesterday's stream, I had like, I think I looked at my phone after stream, and it said I had 3 hours sleep. So when I started stream yesterday, I had only had like 3 hours sleep. I think it said 3 hours and like 20 minutes or something. And then we streamed for 5 hours, but I think we technically streamed for like 3, and then I yapped for 2. Because I'm like a child, you know, when you're tired and you don't want to go to sleep, so you just keep talking or like acting up. It was like that. So then I just talked for like 2 hours. So we had like a 5-hour stream, and then after stream, I was like, I just couldn't sleep. So I just stayed awake, and then I've been awake ever since. So I've been awake for what time did I get up? Yesterday. I think I got up like 6. So over 24 hours. It's currently 9 a.m. So what's that? 27 hours? I've been awake for? Yeah, and then I'm probably not going to go sleep now after I end stream. We're going to stay awake until sometime this afternoon and then go to sleep. So that way I sleep until tomorrow morning. If I go to sleep now, then I'll be awake all night. It's 9 for you? Yeah, it's 9 a.m. Well, technically 9:30. I'm in Australia, remember? I'm also in the future. It's the 22nd. I'm from the future. What was I talking about before? I was gonna make a post. Oh yeah, do you guys want to watch Walking Dead tomorrow? WoW? You want to watch WoW? I can play WoW. I like WoW. No. I can't do a poll here. Can I do it over here? How many people are in chat right now? There's 3, it says. Okay. Let's do a poll. Start poll. Oop. Didn't mean that. I'll just write walking dead. And then I'll put yay and nay. You guys can decide if we play Walking Dead tomorrow. There you go. Yay means yes, nay means no. I think it's a horror game. I don't know. It's a Telltale thing. I don't know how it works though. I'm gonna do a poll in the community tab though. While we wait for the results of that poll. So what I just wrote, I think makes sense. It makes sense to me in my brain, but I am tired. So I hope it makes sense to you guys. But we'll see. Okay, put down, should I do reacts without playing games? That's right, right? That sounds fine. I feel like it sounds fine. Yay means that do react without playing games. Nay means no. If it's no, then we'll only do reactions while we play like Pokemon and WoW and stuff. Games that aren't really game heavy. That makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense anymore. Okay, there we go. Copy the community tab. And then we shall paste it here. And we shall paste it here. There we go. Nay. Ah, bro, you guys 50-50? There's 3 people here. Whoever the third person is, vote. Do it. Do it. Oh, if you're on Kick, if you're watching on Kick, by the way, the vote is on YouTube. Wait, hold up. Maybe I can get a link to the YouTube stream? No, shut up. Stop talking. There we go. And then I'll put it into Kick. If you're in Kick and you want to come vote. There you go. And then you can come over real quick and vote if you want. Also, I think. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we're at 73 followers now on Kick. I think we need 2 more. And then I can activate subs or something? I can do something. I don't remember what it is. What? Complete Stripe Connect setup? What is that? To ensure you are able to receive funds? What? Wait, can I already become... Wait, path to creator. What? For a Kick is confusing. Wait, where'd it go? Wait, where'd it go? There was like a section in Kick that was like affiliate or whatever. Is that this? Path to creator? Go to revenue page? Oh wait, so I can already set up subs? Is that what this is saying? I just need to complete this? Oh, okay. Oh. I didn't know that. So I need 75. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. Whatever. Bro, I'm not ending stream till this is no longer 50-50. Ah, yeah, there we go. Someone voted. I'm ending poll. Before it goes back to being 50-50. Yay, won. Okay, we're gonna stream Walking Dead tomorrow. And then we might... The day after that we might stream some more Pokemon. Or react some more. Hopefully I'm not tired tomorrow, so I can actually like process the game. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get going now and not sleep. I'm probably gonna play WoW, I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm a child. I'm gonna force myself not to sleep. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's stream, leave a like. If you'd like to see more, subscribe. But until next time, hooroo.